This is the Reading Fightin Phillies pregame show on the Phillies Broadcast Network, featuring exclusive interviews, content, and much more. Now out to the ballpark with broadcasters Jake Starr and Bob McCool.
Well, very good afternoon and welcome back inside FirstEnergy Stadium, America's Classic Ballpark, for the pregame show on the Fightin Phillies radio network. Jake Starr, Bob McCool, thanks for joining us. As we will have the call for the sixth and final game of this week's six-game series between the Fightin Phillies and the Portland Sea Dogs. Night to forget for the Fightin Phillies, dropped both ends of the doubleheader, 9-2 in Game 1, 5-4 in Game 2, and in total it is 3 straight losses for the Phillies after starting off this series on a high note, winning 2 straight games. Noah Skiro gets the wraparound start today on Hel Bastardo on the bump for the Portland Sea Dogs. First time the Fightin see him this year, not the first time Reading has seen Bastardo dating back to last season. It's Sunday, so that means it's time for another edition of the Phillies Minor League Report. Here from Sam Jelinek with Lehigh Valley, myself with Reading, Greg Giambarisi with Jersey Shore, and Josh Sperber with the Threshers, and get caught up on the week that's been in the Phillies minor league system. This week's edition of the Phillies Minor League Report is coming up after this on the Fightin Phillies radio network. For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
Welcome to the Phillies Weekly Minor League Report.
Hi everyone, Sam Jelinek with you for your Iron Pigs update. Pigs have taken 3 of 5 from Durham on the week. Let's take a look back and see how this series has unfolded. Back on Tuesday, Pigs gave up a franchise record 28 runs on a franchise record 26 hits, so they took the loss 28-10 in a good old-fashioned football game. But they bounced back with a great pitching performance on Wednesday. David Buchanan, 8 strong innings, allowing just 2 runs. He retired 17 in a row at one point. Jose Ruiz getting the save, his second of the season with a perfect 9. On Thursday, Pigs lost, but 3 homers in the game. David Dahl, Derek Hall, and Esteban Quiroz each going deep. Pigs bounced back even the series on Friday, a solid 9-4 win in Nick Abel's 2024 home debut. Mick ended up going 5 innings. He struck out 5, allowed 4 runs, but 3 of those came on a 3-run homer. So other than one bad pitch, Mick was very solid for one of the Phillies' top prospects. Pigs took the series lead last night, another through-and-through performance, 6-1 winner. Tyler Phillips, 7 strong innings, as he really didn't allow too much, just 1 unearned run on 5 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. He gets the win. Jose Ruiz, his first multi-inning appearance of the season, 2 shutout innings, as the Pigs get a couple more homers. Jordan Luplow goes deep for the second straight day, and David Dahl, his second of the series as well. Pigs go for the series win here on Sunday. Colby Allard gets the ball for the Pigs, making his second start here of the week, looking to wrap up the week with a win. This has been Sam Jelinek with your Iron Pigs update.
Jake Starr here with the Reading Fightin Phils, who enter this Sunday game, 3:15 first pitch against the Portland Sea Dogs. Reading currently trails in this series 3-2, but the home slate got started off with a bang for the Fightin Phils. 9-8 victory over the Sea Dogs back on Tuesday night in front of a crowd of over 8,500 people. It marked the largest home opener crowd on a weeknight in Fightin Phils history. And in that game, Jose Rodriguez had a big home run, and then Carson Taylor launched a big 2-run home run late in that one to put the Fightins up 9-8 and give them the opening night victory at home. On Wednesday, Reading and Portland Fightin Phils an all-around team effort, 5-1 victory, timely hits. Pitching was fantastic as Lachlan Wells picked up his first affiliated win since 2019 after signing with the Phillies out of the Australian Baseball League. Thursday night rained out. Friday night was really not a night to remember for the Fightin Phils. They fell big to the Sea Dogs, 11-0. And then Saturday, game one of a doubleheader, they fell 9-2. Sunday, 3:15 first pitch like we said, as Reading, after falling in game two of the doubleheader last night as well, they fell 5-4 in a game that was pretty close. Jim Haley had a good day overall, a couple of hits between both games of the doubleheader. Reading, Portland, 3:15 first pitch. Fightin Phils looking for a split before the off day tomorrow, and then the trip to Binghamton on Tuesday. This has been Jake Starr with the Reading Fightin Phils in this week's minor league report.
The Blue Claws busted out the bats on Saturday night in Hickory, 13-0 over the Crawdads, including 6 runs in the 5th inning. Jersey Shore got home runs from Jordan Disson, his second in as many days, Troy Schreffler, his first of the season, and Justin Crawford, who had his second home run of the series. Eric Brito had 3 hits as well. It's his 3rd straight multi-hit game. Blue Claws enters Sunday's action, the series finale in Hickory, having won 3 of the first 5 games of this series against the Crawdads, and are 5-3 overall this season. One big reason they're 5-3, 2 starting pitchers, Sam Aldegheri and Gene Cabrera. Aldegheri, a 22-year-old lefty from Italy, has thrown 2 games. He's allowed 1 unearned run in 10 1/3 innings with 10 strikeouts and 4 walks. He threw 6 shutout innings in the win on Saturday. Meanwhile, Cabrera, who was the Paul Owens Award winner in 2021, is 2-0 in his first 2 starts. He's thrown 5 innings in each one of them, allowed 1 run in the first one, and threw 5 shutout innings earlier this week down in North Carolina with 10 strikeouts. Just the 3rd time in the last 4 years that a Blue Claws struck out at least 10 batters in 5 innings or fewer. Blue Claws back home on Tuesday to take on Brooklyn. I'm Greg Gimbarisi.
The Clearwater Threshers have taken 3 of the first 5 from the Fort Myers Mighty Muscles in their first home series of the 2024 season, and the pitching staff has been a big part of that. George Clausen, the leader of the Threshers pitchers so far, after 2 completely dominant outings, 10 shutout innings for Clausen, just 2 hits allowed and 8 strikeouts in his home debut for the Clearwater Threshers. That came just a couple days ago. On the hitting side, the Threshers' bats have been pretty hot. Aiden Miller ended a 6-game hit streak in the loss last night, but he is hitting just about 300 with a home run and 6 RBIs, tied for the team lead. Also of note, Trent Farquhar, undrafted free agent out of Michigan State, who went 4 for 5 on Wednesday for the Threshers' season high in hits, including a game-winning RBI single.
Thank you for listening to the Phillies Weekly Minor League Report.
The Promax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks and a festive atmosphere. Regular season tickets are $37 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Looking to try something new at a Fightin' Phil's game this season? Give Briganti Wines a try. Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin' Phil's great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. Briganti Wines comes from the vineyards in Italy's Abruzzo region. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get a wide variety of Briganti Wines wherever it is sold at FirstEnergy Stadium this season. Visit BrigantiWines.com to learn more.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Back on the Fightin' Phil's pregame show here on the Our Phillies Radio Network. Jake Starr, Bob McCool. Thanks again for joining us on a Sunsplash Sunday afternoon from America's Classic Ballpark. Fightin' Phil's and Sea Dogs about to get underway in just a couple of moments. Noah Skiro, Angel Bastardo finishing up their warm-up tosses down the line. Chad Epperson and Al Patrique just finished their home plate meeting with the umpires for this afternoon's game. And once again, thanks for listening to our minor league report. Nice update around the Phillies organization. And today, back here, Bob, Fightin' Phil's, they're looking for the split. Got to find a way to shake off the last 3 games.
Yeah, it would be very disappointing to come out of here with nothing more than winning those first 2 games and then a 4-game losing streak to go on the road. It would certainly be a letdown after the way this series started, and with a bang on Tuesday night and a great crowd as well. And then you come back with play a pretty efficient game on Wednesday to take the second game. But it has not been good baseball of late. They have not hit. They certainly didn't hit with men on base yesterday. Really a number that just jumps out at you. In 14 innings of baseball and 2 games of a doubleheader yesterday, the Fightin' Phil's left 21 men on base, 11 in game 1 and 10 in game 2. And that is a recipe for disaster. They didn't play good defense as well over the course of the last couple of games as well. So you put all that together, it's pretty easy to figure out why they've lost the last couple of games. But at the same time, it's pretty easy to figure out how to fix it, which is they're getting guys on base. Now you just need somebody to come through with some big hits and clean some things up on the defensive side. And, maybe you could not only get a win, but start things off on a good set to go on the road on Tuesday.
39 stranded on base between the 5 games so far, about 8 per game. We talked about it last weekend. The Fightin' Phil's, they've had opportunities just about getting hits, especially with runners in scoring position. A number that they rank 10th in the Eastern League so far this year, a 209 average. Waiting for the Fightin' to take the field. Quick look around our out-of-town scoreboard. Pirates up 6-2 on the Phillies. Lehigh Valley trails 7-2 against the Durham Bulls. In High A, Jersey Shore's out at Hickory. That was a 2 o'clock start. They trail 4-2 in the bottom of the 4th. And Clearwater, that was a noon start. So that one is finished. Threshers a 5-3 win the series over the Fort Myers Mighty Mussels. Also in the Eastern League, Hartford up 7-4 on Bowie, top of the 8th. Harrisburg 5-2 on top of Altoona in the bottom of the 7th. Little Pennsylvania duel over at People's Natural Gas Field in Altoona. Akron and Richmond all tied up at 1 of the 6. New Hampshire rolling Somerset at Delta Dental Stadium 12-4 in the bottom of the 5th. And Erie and Binghamton, a rematch of last year's Eastern League Championship Series, locked up at 3 apiece. That's top of the 5th inning there. And Binghamton, of course, who Reading plays next. It's Binghamton next week, Somerset the week after, the 2 teams that represented the Northeast Division in the Eastern League playoffs a year ago. Bob, Fightin's part of the dugout. Any last thoughts before we send it to break?
Well, be interested to see how Noah Skiro responds after not doing a great job on opening night. Only lasted 2 1/3 innings. Whether or not he can respond and again keep his team in the game until the bats finally unload.
So the Fightin' Phil's in their hot dog uniforms take the field. Both teams pour out of the dugouts. And it's time for this afternoon's national anthem. We'll step aside as the Reading Symphony Junior String Orchestra performs our nation's national anthem. Back after this, lineups and first pitch on the Fightin' Phil's Radio Network.
Hands up. City of brotherly love. Stand up. Hands up.
Wilson hits it in the air, out towards right. Oh, watch it fly, and it's a walk-off, game-winning home run for Ethan Wilson.
This one driven into left center field, turn, and say goodbye. Carlos De La Cruz clears the scoreboard in left center field. Home run number 21, and the Fight jump out on top.
You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phil's Baseball on the Our Phil's Radio Network.
Swing and a miss, and back-to-back strikeouts as Sanchez cannot catch up to the 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Abel.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out. 10 strikeouts tonight for Griff McGarry.
Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Jake Starr and Bob McCool.
It's time for baseball from America's Classic Ballpark. Reading Symphony Junior String Orchestra with an excellent performance of today's national anthem. And once again, I'm Jake Starr. He's Bob McCool. Game number 9 of the season for the 3-5 Fightin' Phils, looking to snap a little 3-game slide. Here is how the Portland Sea Dogs line up on this Sunday afternoon. Edinson Paulino, third base, leads off. Marcelo Meyer, second, the shortstop. Kyle Teo, third, the DH. Nick York, fourth at second. Mickey Gasper, fifth, does the catching. Alex Manella, sixth at first base. Matthew Lugo, seventh in left. Philip Sykes, eighth in center. And Max Ferguson bats ninth and plays right field. Man of the bump gets the wraparound start. We saw him Tuesday, and we see him again this afternoon. It's Noah Skiro.
25-year-old right-hander, originally taken by the Phils, undrafted free agent back in 2020 out of Liberty University. Pitched last year at Lehigh Valley, 24 games. 14 of them starts, 8-4 with a 5.84 earned run average. He surrendered 19 home runs last year in AAA, and as we mentioned a moment ago before going to break, it was not a good performance in the season opener, as he went just the home opener, I should say, 2 1/3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout and 2 walks. So again, looking to see a better bounce-back response from a veteran right-hander, and as the Phils bats have been a bit slumbered of late as well in terms of scoring runs, hopefully he keeps them in the game until the bats get moving.
Edinson Paulino will dig in from the left side. He's had a great week as Noah Skiro, the righty, gets set on the first base side of the rubber. Beautiful Sunday afternoon from Baseball Town as Noah Skiro fires the first pitch home. It's down for a ball at 3:18 here in the afternoon. 73 degrees and clear. Our game time temperature presented by All Temp Enterprises. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch swung on and shot straight back to our left. It's ball and a strike. Joe Belangia, the acting crew chief this week, has balls and strikes. Robert Ginther's at first. John Epperson, and we have no idea whether there's any connection to Chad Epperson, is at third. 1-1. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. You got to think no, right? There had to be some sort of a conflict of interest.
I don't know. I would, if I were Al Padrica, I'd look for driver's licenses and genealogies and all those kind of things, to be sure.
2-1, swinging a miss over an off-speed offering.
You bring up the weather, and obviously the factor that has been a part of this series over the course of the last couple of games is the wind. It is blowing again today, and it is blowing out again today.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on. That one is laced down the right field line. It'll go out of play foul. Stays 2-2.
But despite the wind blowing out, the Sea Dogs have taken advantage of it. The Fightins have not.
The Fee ball was running hit hard in the air last night. Went towards left where the wind was blowing in. 2-2 misses down. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Today, I don't think that would be the issue. It seems to be blowing out a little bit more towards, I mean, it was straight out to right the last couple of nights. Tonight seems to be center field and left seems to be the destination.
3-2, swung on, hit the other way, down the left field line. And count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. William Simonite does the catching. Bryce Ball at first, Kendall Simmons second. Robert Moore at short, Trevor Schwecke at third. Gabriel Rincones Jr. in right, Marcus Lee-Sang center, Jim Haley is in left. 3-2. Cue shot, and it will fall into left center field. It's down for a base hit. It gets by Lee-Sang and rolls all the way to the wall. In the second goes Paulino, and it is a leadoff double for Edinson Paulino. And the Sea Dogs have a base runner on Paulino's first double of the year.
And that's one of the things that the Sea Dogs have done in this series, and that is find extra base hits, whether it be the home run, the home runs we've been talking about, the wind-aided home runs or not. Paulino's had a couple of bomb home runs, but they have found gaps and they have gotten extra base hits. They've gotten men on base.
That'll bring Sox top prospect Marcelo Meyer to the plate. Digs in from the left side. Swinging a red-hot bat right now. First pitch from Skiro is a fastball that misses up. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
Beginning of this series, we talked a lot about how this Sea Dog team is loaded with top prospects in Boston's minor league system, and they really hadn't shown a whole lot through the first 2 games, but they have over the last couple.
1-0 is a curveball that dives. 2 balls, no strikes. 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, cutter change curveball. The offerings from Noah Skiro, native of Canada, pitched for them in the World Baseball Classic last March. Did not play for Reading last year, but did play here a bunch in 2022 and 2021. 2-0. That gets the knees for a called strike, 2-1. Meyer's red hot right now, 6-game hitting streak. Currently hitting .348, which is the 8th best. Early sample size, though, across the Eastern League. Noah Skiro, long look in. Pitch clock down to 5. He comes set from the first base side. 2-1. That's a changeup that misses down and into the lefty Meyer. It's 3-1. Paulino gets his leadoff second. He'd have doubled to lead off this game. Skiro, who lasted just 2 1/3 on opening night, looking for a bounce back. 3-1. Swung on, hit through the hole on the right side on the ground, spills into right field for a base hit. Paulino waves around third, he'll score, and it's an RBI single for Marcelo Meyer, and the Sea Dogs strike first. It's 1-0 in the first.
That's just a good at-bat by Meyer. No matter what, you want to pull the ball in that situation to move the runner from second to third base with less than 2 outs, and he does a little bit more than that as he gets it through the infield for a base hit. That's his 8th hit of this series.
So Meyer gets the RBI. His 5th overall of the year. Ties him for the team lead with Paulino, who just scored. First pitch is over for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. So with Portland scoring first, that now marks the 8th time in 9 games that an opposing team has scored first against the Phils. So an early season trend, definitely you want to see reversed. 0-1 is up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Reading 3 and 4 in such instances this season. Teal, the DH today, usually catches in from the left side. Still nobody away in the top of the first. Skiro set of the belt, deals home. That's down low. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kyle Teal.
Skiro throws both a 4-seam and a 2-seam fastball, cutter change, and a curve. Likes the change-up to lefties, which is what he's facing right now at the top of the order.
And he goes with that change-up on the 2-1. It misses down, 3-1. 6 times Skiro's pitched against Portland in his career. He's 1-1, a 5.22 ERA. 19 strikeouts across 20 2/3 innings pitched against the Sea Dogs. 3-1. Swung on, in on the hands, fly ball towards right. Rincones Jr. a couple of steps to his right. Had to shade his eyes from the sun, but has no trouble making the catch. And that's out number 1. Here comes Nick York.
Looked like Teal got himself jammed just a little bit. And as a result of that, turns into a pretty easy play for Gabriel Rincones. Would have been a very easy play with the exception of battling the sun.
York will dig in from the right side. 1 gone to the top of the first. Marcelo Meyer gets his lead off of first. He has swiped a couple of bags this year already. Skiro slide steps home, and it's down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Of course, I'm sure the Portland team that Skiro saw his last time before Tuesday that he faced on May 5th of 2022, probably not really any similarities, if any at all. 1 ball, no strikes. Slightly open stance inside of the batter's box for York, the righty. The pitch Swung on, and it's sliced foul. Out of play down the right field line. It's 1-1. Main grandstand on both baselines, right and left. Both considerably full on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. As we said, temperatures in the mid-70s. Not a cloud in the sky to be seen. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nick York. Skiro's ready at the belt. The pitch. That's down. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's been a heavy dose of off speed from Skiro, it feels like, in the top of the first.
Yeah, especially for somebody who has both a 2-seam and 4-seam fastball in his arsenal.
2 balls and a strike, the pitch. Swung on, and that slice foul. Down the right field line, out of play, it's 2-2.
You don't know if it's a feel kind of thing when he's warming up in the bullpen, if he just doesn't feel like he had good control of it for some reason or another, or what it is. If it has anything to do with the scouting report for some of the batters he's facing.
2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. That misses low and away. Goes to the sinker. The count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Up to 23 pitches in this first inning for Skiro. Threw 63 on Tuesday. 38 of them were for strikes. 3-2. Runner takes off, and the umpire, they got the runner out at second, but the call was ball 4 on a pitch that, for at least from up here, looked like a strike. And now open umpire Joe Belangia steps out and says it's ball 4.
Yeah,
and that's a tough break, because that could have been a strike him out, throw him out. We'll have to see where that pitch was. But from our vantage point, it looked like a good spot.
Yeah, the only one who did realize, I should say, that it was ball 4 was the home plate umpire. Everybody else kind of thought it was a strike and a throw out on the stolen base, and the Phils might have been out of the inning. But instead, they are far from that. Now they've got 2 on and still only 1 out.
Here's Mickey Gasper, and from our pitch track we have up here on MILB at bat, that ball was squarely in the strike zone, so a really tough break here for Noah Skiro and Simonite, who made a great throw to second, would have had Meyer out. First pitch to Gasper on the outside corner, 0-1. So now it's Meyer on second, York on first. Just 1 away in the top half of the first inning. Sea Dogs already a 1-0 lead. 0-1. That's a sinker that misses just beneath the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gasper catches today. Came from the Yankees organization. Split last year between Somerset and AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. 1-1. Breaking pitch, swung on, hit in the air, shallow left. Haley has to race in, gets to a spot, and he makes the catch for out number 2. That'll bring Alex Pinellas to the plate.
So now for Skiro, a spot to get out of this inning with any further damage, and that would be huge. You gave up the 1 run early and a couple of hard hit balls. Maybe the umpire didn't help you out, and you could be out of this inning, but you're still 1 out away from getting out of it with no further damage, because the pitch count is climbing. He's at 27 pitches already.
Of course, the Fightin's 2 games yesterday, so I had to use a considerable number of arms out of the bullpen. As Pinellas digs in from the left side with 2 away. First pitch, swing and a miss over a curveball to the lefty. It's 0-1. Pinellas, the first baseman today. 1 for 6 this series. Lone hit was a double. Also scored a run, walked a couple of times. Trifecta of strikeouts, too. 0-1. On the outside corner, 0-2. 4-seam fastball from Skiro at 91. And he's a strike away from getting out of this first inning with just 1 run of damage. No balls, 2 strikes. Skiro, the righty, fires home. Pinellas swings and dribbles it foul. Just to the right of the Fightin's dugout on the first base side.
Good breaking ball there by Skiro. He had Pinellas way out in front of it. Pinellas fortunate to just get the end of the bat on it, foul it away.
So count stays, no balls and 2 strikes. Skiro looking to escape the inning. Righty's ready at the belt. Will fire home. Curveball at the knees, called strike 3. And Noah Skiro does get out of this first inning. 1 run for the Sea Dogs. They do it on 2 hits. There were no errors, and they strand 2 on base. Put it on in the first. Portland 1, Reading coming to bat.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. 1-0 Sea Dogs, bottom half of the first inning. Here is today's Fightin' Phillies starting lineup presented by Golden Oaks Landscaping. Marcus Lee Sang, the center fielder, leads off. Jose Rodriguez, the 8th second. Gabriel Rincones Jr., 3rd and right. Trevor Schwecke, 4th at 3rd. Jim Haley, 5th and left. Bryce Ball, 6th at 1st. Kendall Simmons, 7th at 2nd. William Simonite, 8th, the catcher. Robert Moore plays short, bats 9th. Angel Bastardo gets the start for the Sea Dogs, the righty.
21-year-old right-hander won't turn 22 until the middle of June. Fastball, the low to mid-90s, 93 to 95. An excellent change. Curveball as well.
First pitch to Lee Sang, swung on and hit foul to the left side. It's 0-1.
Started making his second start. First start, he did not get the win. He ended up losing even though he pitched well. Pitched 5 innings, gave up just 1 run, struck out 3, walked 2.
Here's the 0-1. That one misses down and into the lefty Lee Sang. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Stardom made 21 starts last year at High A Greenville, then promoted to Portland and made 3 starts with the Sea Dogs.
1-1 to Lee Sang. Takes a change up. It's over for a strike 1 and 2. Mickey Gasper, the catcher. Alex Pinellas at first. Nick York second. Marcelo Myers short. Edison Paulino at third. Max Ferguson right. Philip Sykes center. Matthew Lugo in left. As Lee Sang took time, steps back into the box. Bastardo fires. Swung on and dribbled foul. Up the first base line, Carl Ellison. The first base coach makes a nice play. Al Padrique, the fighting skipper, the third base coach. Brock Stassi, the hitting coach in the dugout, along with pitching coach Phil Condary. The second pitching coach, Riley McCauley, down in the bullpen. 1-2. Swung on, dribbled right side. To his right, Spinellis. He'll field it. The first baseman flips to Bastardo, covering the bag. Out number 1.
It's just been an awful lot of soft contact by the Fightin' Phillies over the course of the last couple of ball games. Last night, the 7th inning, it's a 7-inning doubleheader games, and in the bottom of the 7th, they hit a couple balls hard to start the inning, down by a run to start the bottom of the 7th. Got back-to-back hits from Trevor Schwecke and Carlos De La Cruz, both of them hard hit, and then the inning just kind of fizzled out. Lots of soft contact.
Jose Rodriguez in from the right side. Bastardo winds and deals the first pitch. It's swung on and hit foul down the right field line. No balls, 1 strike.
And as Jake gave you the lineup for the Fightin' Phillies, obviously the glaring missing piece is Carlos De La Cruz, who has really scuffled this series. It was good to see him hit the ball hard in the bottom of the 7th last night.
0-1, swung on and missed 0-2. De La Cruz out of the lineup today. So is Carson Taylor, who exited last night's game 1 after it looks like he tweaked something in about the 6th inning. 0-2 is blowing away 1 and 2.
And that happened at the tail end of game 1, and they used Bryce Ball to run for him to finish off that game, and then Ball started in the second game of the doubleheader, did a nice job in terms of getting on base.
Here's the 1-2. Rodriguez will cue it foul down the first base line, stays 1 and 2, but no roster moves made to indicate anything serious to Carson Taylor. Only move made today was just Efrain Contreras placed on the development list. So Fightin' Phillies currently at 1 under the roster max. 1-2 is swung on and hit foul down the third base side. So 27 guys on the active roster.
But they've had their bumps and bruises over the course of this series. Gabriel Rincones is back in the lineup today after missing the last couple of days. You mentioned Carson Taylor going out, Baron Radcliffe getting hurt over the course of this series as well.
1-2, Rodriguez reaches for it, hits a roller towards short. To his left goes Marcelo Meyer and throws across in time. That's out number 2 for the aforementioned Gabriel Rincones Jr.
Right fielder number 27, Gabriel Rincones Jr.
So Rincones Jr. back in the lineup for the first time since Wednesday. 1 for 5 across the first 2 games of the series. Scored 3 runs, did walk 4 times on opening night, so he's been a base plenty. First pitch to him, up for a ball, it's 1-0. Hitting just 188, but he's getting on base at a 409 clip. 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike as the helmet nearly spills off the head of Rincones. Fightin' Phil's wear their hot dog jerseys for the first time. Red down the middle, yellow lettering and numbering, yellow on the sleeves with the hot dog logo. Also says running hot dogs across the front. 1-1. Just outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Sea Dogs in the road, gray uniforms, gray pants as well. Red lettering and numbering. Red Sox sock logo on the left sleeve, and also it says Portland in red across the front. 2-1, misses down, 3 balls, 1 strike to Gabriel Rincones Jr. Pair of home runs this year. Both came opening weekend at Bowie, Friday and Saturday night of that series. 3-1. That's upstairs, ball 4, so.
No, it's not.
He called that a strike.
Yes, he did.
Oh, man.
Yes, he did.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Gabriel Rincones Jr. Heard some moans and groans from the crowd, and now Rincones will ask for time. Understandably so.
Yep.
Recollect himself.
Yep. He started the dugout. He started to walk to first base, and everybody had it called back.
So 3-2 pitch. Swung on, line the other way. It's down for a base hit to left field.
Take that.
Rincones Jr., a big turnaround first. That's where he'll stop. So, you know what they always say, ball don't lie, and Rincones Jr. proved it there. Here is Trevor Schwecke.
And I'm sure Gabriel Rincones will trade that and get a base hit instead. To your point, Jake, he has indeed gotten himself on base with walks, which is good to see from a young hitter with power, and that, too, is good to see for a young hitter with power. With 2 strikes, he goes the other way, a line drive into left field from a left-handed bat.
Here's the first pitch, and it is up for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Schwecke, one of the veterans, has been added to this roster, and he looked like it last night. He had put together some really good at-bats in the doubleheader last night.
Next pitch is swung on and missed, and 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks like Bryce Ball is on deck, but the initial lineup, okay, there we go. Initial lineup card we got had Jim Haley in the next spot, and now they swap.
And I think they just realized it, or at least Bryce Ball just realized it. He's now looking at the lineup card.
Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and hit foul 1-2. I looked at my lineup card.
I kid you not. Bryce Ball just went down the steps of the dugout and turned to look at the wall. He just he's looking at the lineup card going, man, I thought I was up next.
I won't lie. I opened up my phone and looked at my picture of the lineup card I took earlier to make sure I didn't have it messed up. But of course I didn't mess it up.
No,
why would
of course
I?
Not.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Schwecke. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off, and Schwecke swings and hits it foul down the right field line. It's 1-2. I have to talk to Bryce Ball about that one after the game. You had me in a panic up here, buddy.
Batting out of order. Don't see that happen a whole lot.
Not at this level.
Sir, for sure.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trevor Schwecke. Jim Haley awaits on deck. Rincones Jr. started and then stopped, and the pitch is fouled down the right field line. It's 1-2.
It would have been funny to hear it would have been nice to have a mic on the wall to hear the conversation going on in the dugout between Haley probably saying, hey, I thought I was up next, and then the coach is yelling at Ball to say, hey, what are you doing out there?
Well, the conversation inside of my head for those 30 seconds. Here's the 1-2. That's inside, 2-2 to the righty Schwecke. Schwecke had a good day yesterday. Activated off the development list, had a couple of hits in game 2. Also walked a couple of times in game 1. So he's looking to keep swinging a hot bat here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The starter deals. Schwecke takes 3 balls, 2 strikes. And an inning that looked like it was starting pretty quick is quickly grown in length for Bastardo, up to 24 pitches. And Schwecke will now ask for time. Schwecke, who was a Rule 5 draft pick by the Phillies in the minor league portion this past offseason from the Blue Jays. 3 balls, 2 strikes means Rincones will be off and running on the pitch. 2 outs in the inning. Bastardo set at the belt, the pitch. And that's outside, ball 4. So a single and then a walk is a couple of base runners for Jim Haley, one of the guys who had some success yesterday with runners in scoring position. And I'll look to try and do that again here.
And this is what we're talking about. Schwecke again with another very good at-bat. Very patient at-bat. Laid off a couple of close pitches and ends up working a walk. And now you just pass the baton to another of the same kind in a veteran hitter in Jim Haley.
Haley in from the right side. Slightly open stance. Fightin's trail 1-0 bottom 1. Bastardo fires. Haley takes 1-0. Haley is on a 5-game hit streak. Small sample size, but hitting .429 this year with runners in scoring position.
See if the Phils can get a pitch elevated here.
It's down to 200 with 2 outs. Bastardo, the righty, set at the belt. The pitch. Haley takes. They'll appeal to first where Robert Ginther says no swing. It's 2-0. And much like yesterday, Portland pitchers, really a lot of this series, struggling with command.
Yep, and that's one of the reasons why the Phils have had so many men on base in this series.
2 balls, no strikes to Haley. The pitch. That's low and away, ball 3, 3-0. And Mickey Gasper will ask for time and go converse with his pitcher, Angel Bastardo.
Dan, you're talking about a 21-year-old right-hander, and to Jake's point, cruised through the first 2 batters, looked like he was just sailing along, and that quickly it changes. And again, it was a pitch that Gabriel Rincones thought he walked on, that he ultimately was not walked on, that turns into a base hit, and then some trouble spotting his pitches against Schwecke, and all of a sudden now he's in a deep hole against Haley. Curious to see if Al Padrique gives him a green light here or not, especially after the conversation on the mound. Might say, look, if you see something, it's there. If it's a get me over fastball,
give it a rip.
Yep.
So 3-0, 2 outs, 2 on. Fightin's trail 1-0 bottom 1. Looking to punch back. 3-0. And Haley takes down ball 4. They went to a fastball, but looks like Bastardo just losing some feel for it right now as that misses down.
Yeah, I mean, the pitches to Schwecke were moderately close, but the 4 pitches to Haley were not. So now Bryce Ball gets a chance to bat.
So Bryce Ball digs in.
He knew he was getting up this inning.
For what it's worth, Reading hit 1 grand slam last year. Came Tuesday, April 25th against Altoona. Cam Cannon went the other way and splashed it into the pool. Haley bats with bases loaded. Bastardo set at the belt. Here's the pitch. And that is a curveball that had Gasper all crossed up. It's called for a strike, and it was a strike. But I don't think Gasper was expecting curveball there.
I don't think Ball thought it was a strike, though.
You know what we have up here? It does show it in the zone. I can see where the confusion came from the cross-up. No balls, 1 strike to Bryce Ball. 0-1. That's low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike as Bastardo goes to a slider. There's a lefty up and throwing in the Portland bullpen. Bastardo up to 29 pitches. Early action again for the Sea Dogs. We've seen that a lot this week with their starters scuffling with command. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Outside, 2-1 to Bryce Ball.
Brendan Chalucci, who is in the Sea Dogs bullpen and getting loose.
Local kid, Wyncote, PA. Played at Penn Charter High School. Same high school as Ruben Amaro Jr., Matt Ryan, to name a few. 2-1. The pitch. Down low, 3-1 to Bryce Ball.
This is a prime hitter's spot. Same thing for Bryce Ball. You've got to be patient. You've got to have an area. Don't go chasing a pitch just because you're anxious to get something. If it's ball 4, it's ball 4, and you got to run home.
3 balls, 1 strike, bases loaded, 2 outs. Fightin's down by 1 in the first. Bastardo deals. Inside, ball 4, and that walks home a run. It's 1-1.
Take what the pitch is giving you. If he's giving you ball 4, take the ball 4, take the RBI, and tie the game up.
And here comes Chad Epperson. So we'll see if he points down to the bullpen. Don't look like we've had a point yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much Chalucci has had a chance to warm up. This may be a bit of a stall and then the change. See if he doesn't let the umpire come and get him and then make the change. Give Chalucci a few more pitches.
Chalucci will throw. He'll glance back.
Correct.
So got 15 left in the clock as Kendall Simmons is the batter.
Got to think that's what's going to happen. So here comes the home plate umpire, Joe Belangi, out to the mound. I think that's when Chad Epperson, when he gets there. Nope, I guess not. I thought he'd wait till he got there and then make the change, but he's walking away. So it's unusual because most times now the pitching coach comes out to talk. The manager only comes out to
and
change.
Sometimes you'll see the manager if it's like a big situation.
Right.
Of course, it's 2 outs. There's no defensive thing. This is
isn't strategy.
Calm down, Bastardo. So 1-1 ball game, 3 straight walks after the Rincona single. First 2 hitters are retired with these. Ground out and another ground out. So Kendall Simmons will dig in from the right side. 2 going to the bottom of the first. It's a 1-1 ball game. Wind, as Bob said, blowing out towards left center right now. First pitch. That's a curveball in for a strike, 0-1. Maybe that's the pitch he just has the best feel for right now.
Yeah, that very well could have been a conversation.
First pitch strikes with the curveball.
What do you feel confident with? You only need 1 out to get out of this inning.
So no balls, 1 strike to Simmons. Here's the pitch. And
back to
thought about going on the curveball, but then holds up, and it's in for a strike anyway, 0-2. So we'll see if he triples up here. Maybe now he tries to blow a fastball by Kendall Simmons. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on, and it is a foul ball barely down the left field line. Almost hit Trevor Schwecke at third, but he gets out of the way of it.
Yeah, Schwecke was doing what you should be doing at third base, which is dancing around, make the right-handed pitcher at least see him, just try to get inside his head a little bit, and then he had to get out of the way as well. Simmons was all over that one.
And it was another off-speed pitch at 83. Hit it hard, 107 off the bat. 0-2 count. The pitch. And a swing and a dribbler out in front of the plate. They're going to call it a fair ball. And
Gabe's inning's over. He's standing on home plate.
Standing on home plate. He touches home plate, and that will retire the side. So goes down as a 2 unassisted fielder's choice, and that will end the first inning. Reading does get a run on 1 hit. There were no errors, and they leave the bases loaded again. We'll go to the second 1-1 ball game on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
The Seidel Auto Group deck is a great spot for all fans with a summer picnic life and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you might even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in the home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $34 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rfields.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. Top of the second inning, 1-1 ball game. Reading does get 1 in the bottom half of the first inning, but they do leave the bases loaded as Noah Skiro's out. We'll get the bottom third of manager Chad Epperson's lineup. International Fireworks is the official sponsor of the Phil's fireworks shows during the 2024 season. Head to their store at 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville. So,
just to explain what happened on that final play with Kendall Simmons, it was a ball off the end of his bat, but it was in fair territory. The catcher, Mickey Gasper, came out, fielded the ball, and wanted to throw to first base, but in the process of doing that, he was standing on home plate. So it was the bases loaded, so it's a force out at home. The only one who realized that was the umpire. I think it startled even Mickey Gasper. I don't think he even knew what was happening.
First 2 pitches over for strikes as well. So no balls, 2 strikes. And game inches, that ball rolls another half-inch back, and that at-bat continues. 0-2 is a ground ball towards the middle. To his left goes Roberts Moore. And the former Brewers prospect fires over to first in time. Out number 1 for Philip Sykes. Skira looking for a bit of a bounce back inning here. Really did settle in after a couple of base hits to start it. And here's Philip Sykes, the 8-man.
And that's what you want from a veteran pitcher. I mean, the interesting piece of this is you've got a guy like Skira who's been around, has been in the game for a while, been in AA before, been in AAA last year.
First pitch is over for a strike. It's 0-1 to Sykes.
Against a youngster in Bastardo, as opposed to how they handle some adversity. And you expect a veteran pitcher to be able to have himself.
0-1 is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-2. News around the baseball world, Jackson Holliday, Matt Sun, Orioles phenom, just picked up his first career hit. Stillwater, Oklahoma native, the 0-2. Going away 1-2.
So he struck out 3 times in his first game in Major League Baseball, which is kind of Major League Baseball's way of saying, welcome to the big leagues, young. But eventually, it certainly looks like that kid is going to hit.
1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Many were shocked when he didn't make the Orioles opening day roster. But did not take long for him to come up. Was on a loaded Norfolk Tides team, the Orioles AAA. 2-2. Swung on and hit in the air. Foul territory right side. Bryce Ball, the first baseman, has no idea where it is, and then Kendall Simmons drops it. The second baseman hugging the line. It goes in and out of his glove. Not sure if he lost that in the sun as well, or if that was just a case of it going in and out of your glove. Nonetheless, it's going to be a E4 on Simmons, his second error of the year.
I think that had as much to do with the wind and the sun as anything, but it's still a ball that Kendall Simmons just simply dropped, and it's been an ongoing thing over the course of these last couple of games. Again, Portland's playing under the same conditions, but it's affected Reading far more than it has the Sea Dogs.
Here's Max Ferguson. First pitch is swung on, fouled straight back. It's 0-1.
They just haven't made the balls on the plays on pop-ups. You're fighting the wind. You've got to make the adjustments, and the Phils have not done it. Open some doors for Portland, and the Sea Dogs bats have taken advantage of it.
No balls, 1 strike to Ferguson. Sykes gets his lead. Here's the pitch. It is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Excuse me, no balls, 2 strikes to Ferguson. He's had a good week. Scored runs in 3 straight games, 5 runs in total this week. He's kind of batted all over the lineup as well. 0-2 is a curveball that misses down, 79. And 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ferguson.
He's played a couple of different positions as well, including today. He's playing in the outfield. Played second, he's played third.
1-2. Swung on, and it's a line drive towards center. Falls for a base hit. Rounding second and stopping is Sykes as Lee Sang gets to it quickly and gets it in. So after the error by Kendall Simmons, Max Ferguson follows with the single. And that'll turn us over to a very dangerous top of the Sea Dogs lineup. Edinson Paulino will dig on in. Paulino 1 for 1 today. Doubled, scored a run back in the first. Led off the game with that double. He's had a really good week. He's had RBI in 3 straight games, 5 in total this series. First pitch to him's a cutter that bounces, 1 ball, no strikes.
He's hit a couple of mammoth home runs as well, including last night pounding one off the rack sign.
Runners on first and second, 1 away, top of the second. Tie game at 1. Skiro fires. That's down. 2 balls, no strikes to Paulino.
Talked about Ferguson, but Chad Epperson has moved him all around the lineup as well. He's batted 4th, he's batted 5th. Now tonight he's leading off.
Paulino, who in his first year in AA, spent all last year with High A Greenville. 2-0, swung on, hit in the air, high towards right center. Rincones Jr. goes back, and it is gone. Off the window of the Redners Event Center, and Edinson Paulino's excellent week continues. A 3-run home run in the top half of the second. It's 4-1 Sea Dogs.
As I said before, Portland has managed to get the ball in the air in this wind. On a normal day, that's a good fly ball to the outfield, but with this wind, it just kept sailing on out of here. And so you magnify everything that has happened with this, and it is pretty much embodied what's happened in the last couple days in this series. The Phils have been baffled by infield pop-ups in the wind and air, and opens up the door. And then the Sea Dogs follow by getting a ball elevated into the wind, and it turns into a 3-run home run.
Marcelo Meyer takes the first pitch, a curveball that's a bit up, an 80 for a ball. It's 1-0.
And oh, by the way, the Phils left the bases loaded in the bottom half of the first.
1-0. That gets the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strikes. Back half of the week has definitely been about capitalizing on opportunities. Something Reading was really good at. First 2 games of the series. 1-1, swung on and hit foul straight down. It's 1-2. Especially Tuesday night. Every time they got down, they fought right back, Reading did.
Yep. Came from behind, and then Wednesday played a very clean game. Won it 5-1.
1-2. Swung on, shot down the left field line. It's foul. Stays 1-2.
But the doubleheader last night and the game on Friday night have all been pretty much the same script. And so far, through an inning and a half, it's followed into Sunday.
1-2. Swung on, fouled straight back. Stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. Marcelo Myers had an excellent week. 8 for 18. 6 runs scored, 5 RBI. Has a home run, walked a couple of times. 1-2, swung on, it's a ground ball through the hole on the left side. It's a base hit for Marcelo Meyer, his second hit of the day. Third hit of the inning for the Sea Dogs. That'll bring Kyle Teal to the plate. Robert Moore, the shortstop, had lefty Meyer play towards the middle, and he shoots the ball right where Moore usually would be standing. And here comes Phil Condary, the pitcher coach.
Nobody's warming up as of yet in the Phils bullpen, but wouldn't think that will remain that way for very long. It's already over 50 pitches at 52. Still only 1 out in this inning. Again, some of this, his defense obviously hasn't helped him out in this inning, but he hasn't helped himself out a whole lot as well. He's gotten behind in some counts. And this is a lineup that is very dangerous. And it's taking its toll right now.
Plate umpire Joe Belangio will walk out to break up this mound visit. Not even any stirring or stretching in the Fightin' Phil's bullpen, as Condary makes his way back to the Fightin's dugout on the first base side. 4-1 ball game, top of the second. Sea Dogs on top. 1 out with Marcelo Meyer on first. Kyle Teal digs in from the left-handed batter's box. Teal is 0 for 1 today. Flew out to right his first time up. Ball that jammed him in on the hands. First pitch. Swung on, jam shot again towards left center field. Lee Sang and Haley race over. Haley makes the call on the catch for out number 2. So 2 at-bats, 2 jammed flyouts for Kyle Teal. And that brings Nick York to the plate.
Off the bat, as you said, that was in on the fists of Teal, but because of the jet stream, that almost got to the warning track. That's the strength of the wind and the direction that it's blowing out.
2 outs in the inning, runner on first. As we said, Sea Dogs atop. Here's the pitch. That's outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. York walked his first time up. 5 for 18 this week, as the Sea Dogs bats have really come to life in the back half of this series. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. (2-0). That's over for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. York spent all last year with AA Portland. Named the team's MVP. Strong year with the Sea Dogs. 2-1 is swung on and lined into left field. That's a base hit. Around second, heading towards third's Meyer. Puts the brakes on promptly, though. We'll just go station to station. Second time aboard for Nick York today, and that'll bring Mickey Gasper to the plate.
Very careful now if you're Skiro, as this is some dangerous ground now. Right now, it's not good at 4-1, but you got a veteran hitter in Mickey Gasper and 2 men on, and this thing could explode.
So Gasper digs in from the left side. 2 outs in the inning, runners on first and second. Skiro up to 57 pitches today. Righty fires home. Outside corner, no balls, 1 strike. Skiro comes set of the letters. Here's the pitch. It's down. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gasper. Flew out to left. His first time up, back in the first. Gets to start a catcher today. His first year in the Red Sox organization. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Broken back ground ball right side. Simmons dives, fields it, throws to Skiro, who is covering the bag. The ball pops in and out of his glove. Around third and scoring's Meyer. Makes it a 5-1 ball game, and everybody is safe.
It's going to be another error on the Phils. Again, a ball in between first and second. Ball wanders too far away. That's mistake number 1. Riceball did that last night as well. You've got to realize that you don't have a shot to get there as a first baseman, and that's the second baseman's ball, get over and cover. All right, he didn't do that, but that's what you practice all the time with the pitcher covering. He was there. Simmons' throw led him. Skiro just dropped it.
So that'll be the second error of the game for the Fightin' Phils. Alex Pinellas, the 9th man in the come to the plate this inning. The pitch, that's inside. 1 ball, no strikes to Alex Pinellas. So it's a 5-1 ball game. The Sea Dogs have scored 4 runs in this inning. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled straight back. It's ball and a strike. Pinellas is 0 for 1 today, struck out looking back in the first inning. Pinellas, who spent pretty much all of last year with AA Portland. 1-1, tried to check a swing on a curveball, but Pit umpire Joe Belangia says he went. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning, 5-1 Sea Dogs at top. 2 on, Skiro comes ready. Pitch number 64 is a curveball that just misses inside of the lefty Pinellas. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still no action in the Fightin' Phils bullpen. There begins to be some stretching.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Zach Hockey who will get up.
2-2, swung on, line drive, falling fast in the left. It's a base hit. Around third, it's York Haley up with the throw. It's cut off by Schwecke at third, and it's an RBI single for Alex Pinellas. That makes it a 6-1 ball game. So Portland has batted around.
They still haven't put a second error up on the scoreboard. I'm not quite sure why. The Kendall Simmons drop pop-up was error number 1, and then the drop throw at second should be error number 2. But they still only have 1 error up for Reading at this stage. But they should be long out of this inning.
Matthew Lugo, the batter, 10th man to come to the plate this inning for the Sea Dogs, who lead at 6-1. Bats from the right side, runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes.
I know Al Padrique to be a patient man, but the one thing he's not going to like very much is guys who are not playing good fundamental baseball. And the Phils are not doing that right now.
Zach Hockey begins the throw down the right field line of the bullpen. Here's the pitch. Swung on, jam shot just behind the infield in the air. Simmons and Moore converse, and Moore, the shortstop, makes the call on the catch, and that retires the side in the second. Sea Dogs score 5 runs. They do it on 5 hits. They work 2 errors, and they leave a couple on base. Bottom of the second we go. 6-1 our score. Portland on top on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch, and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Bottom half of the second inning, a 6-1 ball game after the Portland Sea Dogs put up a 5 spot in the top of the second inning. 8-9-1 to up for the Fightin Phils. Angel Bastardo back out for inning number 2 of work, who worked around some trouble and control issues, putting a mound visit for manager Chad Epperson, and able to get out of it though. And he's back out for inning number 2. First pitch to William Simonite is in sight, 1 ball, no strikes. This inning is brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living community. It's not for profit in scenic Cornwall, PA, just outside of Lebanon. 1-0. Simonite takes up 2 balls, no strikes. So Bastardo in that first inning had 3 walks, 1 hit, but only gives up 1 run. I think that's the most important part of this for Bastardo, who fires, and it's swung on and missed on a changeup at 84 from William Simonite.
Just looked up to see what's going on at Citizens Bank Park, and equally as disappointing there as here.
Phillies trail 9-2 to the Pirates. 2-1 is swung on and chopped foul down the left field line.
So the Phils take 2 out of the first 3 with Zach Wheeler on the mound this afternoon. You think, okay, that's a pretty good position to get 3 out of 4 at home against the Pirates, which was what you want to do, and that's not going to happen. Down 9-2 in the bottom of the ninth.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on and just fought off foul by Simonite. Stays 2-2. Still looking for his first hit of the year, Simonite is. Did have a sacrifice fly and drove in a run in game 1 of yesterday's doubleheader. So 2 ball, 2 strike count to him. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air towards right. High up there. Ferguson, the right fielder, shades his eyes from the sun, and he'll make the catch. That's out number 1 for Roberts Moore.
Shortstop number 58, Robert Moore.
So Moore, the switch hitter, digs in from the left side against the righty Angel Bastardo. Moore, who's had himself a strong start to the season so far. 364 average, 4-for-11 in the early going. First pitch to Moore. That's a curveball at 81, over for a called strike at 0-1. Moore, the 9-hitter, ranks the Phillies' number 26 overall prospect. 0-1. Over for a strike, 0-2. Previously in the Brewers organization. Spent last year with High A, Wisconsin. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Robert Moore's down on strikes. First punch out for Angel Bastardo. And that brings Marcus Lee Sang to the plate for the Fightin Phils.
Marcus Lee Sang.
Back to the top of the order. Lee Sang 0 for 1 today. Grounded back to Bastardo his first time up. First pitch to him is at the knees for a called strike. Another curveball. 0-1, as we talked about. Feels like Bastardo has the best feel today for that curveball. Here's the 0-1. Goes fastball that time at 95. Lee Sang swings behind it. It's 0-2. Marcus, who's riding an 8-game on-base streak to start the season. The 0-2, swing and a miss on a changeup and a quick bottom half of the second inning. No runs for the Fightin Phils, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We'll go to the third. Sea Dogs on top. It's 6-1.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Top of the third inning brings us an Alberta University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Zach Hockey, the new arm in for the Fightin' Phils, making his third appearance of the season. And Bob, got to think they're going to ask him for a good bulk of these middle innings.
Yeah, as you said, between what happened yesterday with the doubleheader and the extra innings that you need as a result of it, and being early on in the season, this is a spot where this is really the role that right now the Phils are asking of Zach Hockey, which is to be an innings eater. Be a guy that can come in this spot like this where starter can't get a whole lot of innings out of it and to kind of bridge the gap. He did a great job of that earlier in this series.
First pitch to the leadoff man, Philip Sykes, is in tight. Fastball at 94. And it's 1 ball, no strikes to Sykes. 1-0. Swung on, popped high up the elevator shaft in foul territory. Simonite and Schwecke converge, and the third baseman makes the catch as he falls backwards into the third base coach's box, 1 away.
And again, it's all about understanding exactly what's going on out here with the wind. And Schwecke got over, and then the wind is just sailing it backwards. To his credit, he was able to adjust his body and ultimately caught that almost on his backside, ended up on his backside when it was all said and done, but almost misjudged the landing.
First pitch to Max Ferguson. Over for a strike, it's 0-1.
But I guess in some ways, Schwecke stuck the landing because he did make the catch.
0-1. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fightin' Phils want to thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2024 season here in Baseball Town. Go Fightin' Phils and drink more Pepsi. 1 ball, 1 strike to the lefty Ferguson. The pitch, that's low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Zach Hockey, last pitched on Wednesday. 2 innings and a no decision. 2 hits, no runs. Did have a walk and 3 strikeouts. Also pitched last Saturday against Portland, inning and 2/3, 2 hits and an earned run. Pitch, swung on and grounded foul past the first base coach's box where Justin Frometta, the development coach for Portland, stands.
Hockey was a key piece of the puzzle in that win on Wednesday. And again, it was a very well-pitched game. Started with Lachlan Wells going 5 innings, and then, as we said, Hockey kind of the bridge, the gap to the back end of the bullpen by pitching the 6th and the 7th.
2-2. That gets the inside corner, caught, strike 3. Bit of a late call by Joe Belangia behind home plate. Nonetheless, the first strikeout for Zach Hockey. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup to Edinson Paulino.
It's also a spot for Hockey because, let's face it, Zach Hockey would prefer to be a starting pitcher. So this is an opportunity for you to continue in this role and ultimately see if a spot doesn't open up for you because of how effective you've been.
First pitch to Paulino, skied in the air towards left. Haley, couple steps in, and the left fielder is there. He'll make the catch. And I'll retire the side in the 3rd. First 1-2-3 inning thrown by Reading today. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Seattle at the top, 6-1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
We go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Sea Dogs on top 6-1. 2-3-4, 2 up for the Fightin' Phils in this inning as Angel Bastardo returns to the mound for another inning of work. This inning is brought to you by Swartz-Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Call Swartz-Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE.
Designated hitter, Jose Rodriguez.
Jose Rodriguez leads things off, digs in from the right side. Fightin' Phils have themselves a bit of a hole to climb out of. But of course, Zach Hockey, a good start and at least preserving the deficit at 5. First pitch to Rodriguez is taken down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Jose is 0 for 1 today. Softly grounded out to short his first time up. 1-0 is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Jake Starr, Bob McCool on the call from FirstEnergy Stadium. Final game of a 6-game series. 2-0 is low and away. 3 balls and no strikes to Rodriguez. Off day tomorrow, then the Fightin' Phils head up to Binghamton for a 6-game set at the Rumble Ponies. Then they'll return home from April the 23rd to the 28th for a 6-game set against the Somerset Patriots. Pitch over for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike to Jose Rodriguez. Rodriguez, 300 this week, 6 for 20 overall. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Out in front of a changeup, Rodriguez was. Number 28 overall prospect Rodriguez was acquired from the White Sox 9 days ago in exchange for cash considerations and made his Reading debut last Sunday. So a week ago today, and has played pretty much every day since. The 3-2, low and away, ball 4. So that's a leadoff base runner, and the 4th walk issued by Angel Bastardo, and that'll bring the powerful Gabriel Rincones Jr. to the plate.
That's what the Phils want to see out of Jose Rodriguez, getting on base, and he's done that since being given a new opportunity here by the Phillies organization. Again, the White Sox have pretty much given up on him, designated for assignment, and then ultimately the Phils wanted to take a shot at him, so it becomes a trade for cash and a new opportunity for Jose Rodriguez.
Rincones Jr. digs in from the left side. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Gabriel Rincones Jr. Singled his first time up, scored the only run that Reading has scored so far today. As he bats here with no outs in the 3rd. Pitch is on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gabriel Rincones Jr. A lot of baseball left to play, of course. 21 outs for the Fightin' Phils to work with. It's going to be a matter of stringing some hits and base runners together here. 1-1. Swung on and fouled straight back. It's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes and no outs. Jose Rodriguez gets his lead. Does have a pair of stolen bases this year. Hard pressed to think he'd run, down by 5 though. They'll throw over towards first. Rodriguez scampers back in, standing up safely. And it's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rincones Jr., Phillies number 10 overall prospect. 1-2. Swung on, hit in the air well, out towards left field. Lugo goes back at the track, at the wall. It's gone! Gabriel Rincones Jr. goes the other way. His third home run of the season. And the Fightin' Phils cut the deficit in half. It's 6-3 in the bottom of the third.
Well, we've been talking about the fact that the Fightins have not been able to get anything elevated in the wind tunnel that we've been experiencing the last couple days here at the ballpark. Rincones changed that. That's a routine fly ball on any other Sunday, but today it ends up on the deck. Gabriel Rincones with a big blow the Phils were looking for.
346 feet, 97 off the bat on a fastball that was maybe a little down towards the hips, but pretty much center cut. First pitch to Trevor Schwecke, way out in front of a slider. It's 0-1. And all of a sudden, you feel like some life has been injected back into this crowd. No balls, one strike to Schwecke. Here's the pitch. And it's low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
It also means that Rincones has 2 hits today, and both of them are the other way. Single to left field, home run to left field.
That's what you like to see from a guy like Rincones. The 1-1. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike, our count. Schwecke's reached base in his lone at-bat today. He walked back in the first. 2-1. Swung on and popped straight up. Shallow left field. Meyer, the shortstop, out. Shades his eyes, and he'll make the catch. That's out number 1. Here comes Jim Haley.
Left fielder Jim Haley.
Haley will take in from the right side. 1 out, bottom of the third, 6-3 ball game. Slightly open stance for the righty Haley. Here's the pitch. And that's at the knees for a called strike, 0-1. Fastball at 96 from Angel Bastardo. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Way out in front of a curveball was Haley. We have seen Bastardo get the Fightin' hitters off balance a bit on those off-speed pitches. No balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Swung on and dribbled foul just past Al Pedrique in the third base coach's box. Stays 0-2. Haley has reached base in 6 straight. Currently riding a 5-game hitting streak. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Way out in front of a changeup at 86. And Jim Haley goes down on strikes. Third punch out for Angel Bastardo tonight. And that will bring Bryce Ball to the plate for the Fightin' Phils. Ball hit with the bases loaded his last time up. Ended up working a walk and picked up an RBI. First pitch. Swung on, ground ball towards the middle. York, the second baseman, goes towards the bag, and he'll make the throw on the run towards first in time. That retires the side in the third. Ready, though. 2 runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the fourth. 6-3 our score. Sea Dogs on top on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Did you know that the blood that you donate at Miller Keystone Blood Center stays right here in your community? That's right, it goes to your area hospitals. So you might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center, the only community blood center servicing your local hospitals. 1-800-BE-DONOR or go to giveapint.org. We're located at 1047 Old Burnville Road, just behind classic Harley-Davidson.
Top man for the fourth inning, 6-3 our score, Sea Dogs on top. Fightin' Phil's looking to start to rally their way back and to take over on the play-by-play. Here is Bob McCool.
All right, thank you very much, Jake Starr. The Fightin' Phil's running Zach Hockey back out there for his second inning, a very efficient 1-2-3 inning in the third to try to stem the tide a little bit in this ball game. 6-3, Portland on top, a single run for both teams in the first inning, a 5-spot for Portland in the second, and the 2-run home run by Rincones in the third. So that catches you up to date on the scoreboard. 6 runs on 8 hits and no errors for Portland. 3 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors for the Phils. And Marcelo Meyer will lead it off for the Sea Dogs here in the fourth. Meyer 2 for 2 on the day, 9 hits now in this series. First pitch, tried to check and could not. It's no balls and a strike. Hockey fastball 93-95, a cutter and a change. The cutter, a new addition that Zach Hockey has developed in the offseason. And comes with the 1-0 pitch and does throw that cutter but misses it inside. It's 1-1 to the left-handed hitting Marcelo Meyer. Defense plays Meyer to pull in the infield, the other way in the outfield. 1-1 pitch, fouled straight back. Meyer pulled a base hit between first and second. His first time up, singled the other way his second time up. This one driven into center field. Marcus Lee Sang goes back a couple of steps, but that one will stay in the ballpark by plenty, and Sang makes the catch for out number 1, 4 straight now retired by Hockey.
Talked about it off the air, and regardless, Hockey's job was going to be very important today, whether it was eating innings and keeping the deficit where it is. But now that it's a 3-run game, you feel like, at least if you're Reading's offense, you have some life. One swing in the bat gets you right back into this game. So for Hockey, the job's just that much more important. You want to keep this at 3-run deficit.
Big swing and no contact from Kyle Teal, who's 0 for 2. Flew out to right field both times up so far. Hockey's job is, as Jake said, keep it, the score where it is, bridge the gap. This one by Teal, driven into left field. Back goes Haley, he'll look up and say goodbye. Solo home run the other way by Kyle Teal. Again, up in the jet streams, and it sails on out of here.
Yeah, the wind, it's going out the left today, out the right tomorrow. Yesterday. 95 off the bat, 92-mile-per-hour pitch that goes 341 feet. But same thing, Portland's done a great job. Just get one up in the air and let the wind do the rest.
First home run of the season for the young catcher Kyle Teal, his 6th hit in the series. It's now a 7-3 game, and it brings Nick York to the plate. He's been on base both times so far. Walked in the first, singled and scored in the second. First pitch to him is over for a called strike 1. This one lined into right field, and that's falling fast, and Gabriel Rincones will have to field it on a hop. Another base hit for Nick York. He's on base for the 3rd time. 9th hit of this game for the Sea Dogs, and we're still only in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, that's a good piece of hitting there from York. It's a ball that breaking pitch, 84, that's got enough of the plate, and he was able to just throw the bat head on and then get it in the right field.
That'll bring up Mickey Gasper, who at the left, safe on an error his last time up. This is up high, does Hockey. It's 1-0. The error was a ground ball to second baseman Kendall Simmons. Tried to get it to Noah Skiro covering the bag, and Skiro dropped the throw. Helped in a large part in that 5-run second inning. The next pitch to Gasper's up high. It's 1-0. Excuse me, it's 2-0 to Gasper. York takes his lead off of second, or off of first.
All over the place right now.
And he takes off. Throw down from Simonite is not in time. Stolen base for Nick York. See, I told you he was on second. It's just getting ahead of myself.
A little bit ahead.
Meantime, count, I believe now 3-0 to Gasper. Hockey takes a look back at second. Pitch misses, ball 4. So after retiring the first 4 batters he faced, Hockey gives up a home run, a single, and now a walk. 2 on, still only 1 out here in the 4th inning.
Lionel Skiro closed at 2 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, just 3 earned. A walk and a strikeout for Noah Skiro.
So that brings Alex Benellis to the plate. In an RBI single his last time up. Left-handed hitter takes one outside for a ball.
Yeah, 85 just ever so slightly off the outer edge of the plate to the lefty Benellis, who's already up for the 3rd time today in the 4th.
This one lined into center field. That's falling fast and a base hit. Marcus Lee sang up with it, but it will not be enough to prevent the run scoring. Nick York coming all the way around, an RBI single again for Benellis. It's now an 8-3 Portland lead.
Yeah, this Sea Dogs team, there's a reason why they were ranked as one of the best teams across all of minor league baseball, but they just hit. They just get the bat on the baseball and they put it in play, and that's really all you can ask for. They're a team who does not strike out a lot, and that's been on full display today. Just 2 strikeouts so far. We're nearly 3 times through the lineup.
That brings up Matt Lugo, one of the few players who has not come up so far with something with a bat in his hand for the Sea Dogs, as he's 0 for 2. First pitch swinging, fouls it straight back. Lugo does have a home run earlier in this series, now 4 for 11 with his 0 for 2 today in this series. Lone home run and lone RBI of the season, coming in that 5-1 loss for the Sea Dogs on Wednesday night. This pitch catches the outside corner. Hockey gets ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 out. 2 runs already across for Portland here in the 4th. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A much-needed strikeout there for Hockey, his 2nd out in the inning.
And now you can see your way through this bit of a jam. 2 outs, got the bottom 2 of the lineup, Sykes and Ferguson coming to the plate. But if there's anything we learned about the Sea Dogs team this week, there are not many breaks in the lineup.
Sykes 0 for 2, did get on board on an error in that 2nd inning as well. Phil's made 2 errors in that inning. That one a drop pop-up from Kendall Simmons. That got the ball rolling for Portland in that 2nd inning. Also popped up to Trevor Schwecke, foul territory his last time up, so officially 0 for 2 with a run scored. First pitch to him is a swing and a miss. Hockey takes a look back at second. 0-1 pitch, tapped towards third, but in foul territory. Schwecke fielded it, stepped on the bag, but play ball and dead on the foul ball, so he's ahead now of Philip Sykes. No balls and 2 strikes.
.27 pitches for Zach Hockey, so I think they'll probably try and bring him out for a 3rd inning. Kristen Garnett is starting to get loose, though, down in the bullpen.
0-2 pitch, bounces up there. Simonite with a good block. Gasper the runner at second. Benellis the runner at first. Checked his swing, pitch is low, it's 2-2. Way up high, now it's 3-2. So after getting ahead of Sykes, no balls and 2 strikes, Hockey misses 3 straight out of the zone. The umpire's saying 2-2. Sykes turned and questioned it as well. So maybe it is 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will do it for the Sea Dogs here in the 4th. But again, 2 more runs come across for Portland in the inning. They do it on 3 hits, and they leave 2 after 4.5. It is Portland 8, Reading 3.
Are you ready to embark on the adventure of retirement? Welcome to the Highlands at Wyomissing, where over 35 years of experience have perfected the art of senior living. Nestled on over 113 acres of serene landscape, our community offers a haven for active seniors seeking tranquility and excitement alike. Discover a lifestyle enriched with stunning amenities and engaging activities, all within the premier nonprofit life care community in Berks County. Bid farewell to home maintenance and embrace more quality time with loved ones as you enjoy a calendar brimming with thrilling events and trips. Experience the security, independence, and boundless opportunities that await you at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and unlock the possibilities of your retirement.
Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin Phil's team store to stay repped all season long. Head to our store at FirstEnergy Stadium or online at artphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin Phil's hats, jerseys, kids apparel, and much more. Looking for something new? Check out our brand new Pinstripe and Los Luchadores jerseys. Root for your Fightins in style and stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightin team store or artphils.com/shop.
We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. And the Fightin Phils to the plate with a big hole to fill. Down 8-3 as they come to bat here with Kendall Simmons, William Simonite, and Robert Moore due up. Again, the final score in Philadelphia, our Citizens Bank update brought to you by the good folks at EPAW Weather Consulting, your source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and Northern and Eastern Maryland. Philadelphia Phillies dropping the finale of the four-game series, the Pittsburgh Pirates today, 9-2. So the Phils and Pirates end up splitting that four-game series. Kendall Simmons, a chopper down the third base line, foul. It's 1-1 to Simmons, who grounded out his first time up. Had a tapper in front of the mound that Mickey Gasper, the catcher, grabbed and stood on home plate with the bases loaded to end the first inning. 1-1 pitch to Simmons, outside for a ball. Simmons had 2 hits in the home opener on Tuesday night, hasn't had a hit in this series since. Now 2 for 16 in the series. This one popped up in the infield in foul territory. Gasper off with a mask, and Paulino, the third baseman, makes the catch in front of the fence in foul territory for out number 1.
This feels like every ball in the air today has been an absolute adventure. And now with the earlier start time today, you add in the factor of the sun. So between a sky that has literally no clouds and a big sun up there and all the wind, it's made it for an adventure.
I'll bring up William Simonite, veteran catcher, looking for his first hit, and takes the pitch from Angel Bastardo for a ball. Simonite flew out to right field his first time up, 0 for 15 now on the season. And that's there for a called strike. Curveball from Bastardo makes it 1-1. Simonite signed by the Phils in the offseason from the Oakland A's. This one lifted into left field. Matthew Lugo will have to take a couple steps to his right, and he'll make the catch easily for out number 2.
What's funny is that ball hit the left, was hit a lot softer than the one he hit the left yesterday.
Yes.
And they both ended up in pretty much the exact same spot. Where today the wind's blowing out, yesterday the wind's blowing in. You know, yesterday had probably a home run taken away by the wind, and today still was a routine fly ball, but maybe goes 20 or 30 feet shallower without the wind.
That'll bring up Robert Moore, the 9-hole hitter. Switch hitter, batting left hand against Bastardo, and takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Moore, a strikeout victim, his first time up. That one's outside. Two balls and no strikes to Robert Moore. Moore with 4 hits in the series takes another one outside. It's now 3-0. 364 batting average for Robert Moore when this game began. The 0 pitch there for strike 1. 2 down, bases empty, bottom half of the 4th.
Starter also up to 80 pitches, so gotta think this could be his last inning.
And he misses to Moore for a ball. That's a 2-out walk. The 5th walk by Bastardo. He had 3 of them in the first inning. The Phils had the bases loaded. They did get a run across on a base on balls. Left them loaded in the first. Now they'll bring the top of the order, and Marcus Lee Sang to the plate. Lee Sang 0 for 2 so far on the day. First pitch swinging, fouls it away. Marcus Lee Sang sporting the yellow shoes today with that hot dog jersey. Those match up pretty good.
Looks really good. I'll have to ask him if there was any motivation behind them. Trying to get a closer look through the binoculars. Blocked by the umpire right now, so I'll report back with more details soon.
No balls and a strike. You want to see if there's any actual mustard stains on there?
I have to check.
This ball just foul tipped. It's no balls and 2 strikes now to Marcus Lee Sang.
Black Nike swoosh with a white outline. I was hoping it would be red, so you have the red and the yellow on each other.
0-2 to Marcus Lee Sang. Takes it outside for a ball. It's 1-2. Albert Moore, good wheels on the base pass, but down by 5. Have to think he's not going anywhere. Tristan Garnett was throwing into Phil's bullpen, but now he's stopped. Tap towards first, knocked down by Benellis, who just simply has to step on the bag, and that'll do it for the Phils in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left, 4 complete. Portland 8, Reading 3.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi, and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Art Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Art Phils.
Top half of the 5th inning. And the Reading Hot Dogs showing the Portland Sea Dogs 8-3. The crowd reacting in front of us because it's vegetable racing time here at the ballpark. And Carrot, the early season favorite, out to a big lead in this series.
Carrot is he's very aerodynamic. Right. There's no stem up top that he's got to hold.
Yeah, just for what it's worth, if you're a betting man, don't bet on cauliflower. That vegetable is not aerodynamically designed to win races. I'm just going to tell you that, in case you were wondering. Philip Sykes will lead it off against the new pitcher for the Fightin Phils. The American University Golden Wolves Cola bullpen brings left-hander Tristan Garnett into the game, and facing the left-handed Max Ferguson, and gets ahead of him. No balls and a strike.
This is the 3rd appearance of the year for Garnett. Pitched on Wednesday, scoreless inning and a couple of strikeouts. And also got no decision at Bowie on last Sunday. Week ago today, 3 hits, an earned run, a walk, and 1 strikeout.
1-1 pitch to Ferguson is low. It's 2-1. Ferguson singled and scored in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. He's got 5 hits in this series. Top of the order, and Anderson Paulino in the on-deck circle as Ferguson takes this one up high. It's 3-1. Defense in the outfield plays the left-hand hitting Ferguson way around the other way. And he takes ball 4. Again, he is a base runner. And again, 9-hole hitter damage against the Phils pitching staff. It was a problem last year, and it's been a problem in this series as well. As the top of the order, Anderson Paulino steps to the plate. He has been a dangerous batter. 2 hits today, a double and a home run. He scored 2 runs. He's got 6 hits in the series and 3 home runs in the series as well. Ferguson takes off, pitch, the throw down is high, and Max Ferguson steals second base without a problem. Pitch high to Edinson Paulino, so in 1-0 now to the hitter. Takes off for third base as well, swings through it. Simon Knight's throw is high, and Ferguson steals third base.
Clearly, Ferguson is seeing something right now.
Yeah, I don't even think Garnett looked at him. He was off pretty early. He had a great jump on it. I think that was the problem. I think Tristan Garnett just kind of lost track of him, didn't bother to look back at him, and Ferguson made him pay. So now the Phils will bring the infield up, trying to limit any more damage with a 1-ball-and-1-strike count on Paulino. Swing and a miss. Good changeup, had Paulino way out in front. Now it's 1-2. Misses low, it's 2-2. And in the dirt, it's 3-2. Fightin' Phils would like to recognize Body Zone Sports and Wellness as the official workout facility of the R Phils. Tristan Garnett, the 6'6 lefty. 3-2 pitch, up and in, almost hit him. It's ball 4.
They're going to appeal. They're going to say he went.
Ooh.
He did. I think he went, yeah, because when he leaned out of the way, the bat did come forward.
So that's going to be a strikeout instead, so that's a big difference. Paulino not happy about it. For 2 reasons. 1, it almost hit him, and 2, he's out.
Willen's been very runnerish this series. That last 2 stolen bases gets him up to 12 so far on the week.
So that's out number 1, and a big one for Garnett, who now faces Marcelo Meyer, who's 2 for 3. Again with the infield up, and again it's in the dirt. That one right there for a called strike. Meyer, 5 RBIs so far on the season. 1 of them in this game back in the first inning. And again, Garnett misses low. It's 2-1. Garnett, 26 years of age, originally from Portland, Oregon. Went undrafted, signed by the Phillies as an undrafted free agent out of college. 2021. 2-1 pitch from him. Meyer started and stopped, and he did not go around. It's 3-1. You do have a base open, but it doesn't get any easier in the on-deck circle with Kyle Teal. Swing and a miss. It's 3-2. Good changeup there from Garnett. Meyer not thinking he's going to get a changeup on 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts now for Garnett.
Hey, Garnett's really kind of buckled in here with a couple of strikeouts against 2 hot hitters, Paulino and Meyer. Now we'll see if he can complete the trifecta against another really hot hitter, Red Sox number 3 prospect, Kyle Teal.
Now the infield can go back and play at regular depth with 2 outs. As Jake said, Kyle Teal, who homered his last time up at the plate, first pitch swinging and fouls it out of play. First home run of the season for Teal his last time up. His 5th RBI of the season as well. 6th hit in this series. The talented young catcher. 1 pitch is low, 1-1. Teal playing college baseball at this time last year at the University of Virginia. ACC Player of the Year. The Red Sox have fast-tracked him. Started him at High A Greenville and had him at Portland at the end of the season. This one lifted up and foul and drifting towards the 67 club and into the picnic tables. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Kyle Teal.
Right before Portland came here last week of the home slate in September last season, Teal and Anthony were both caught up the day before, so there was a lot of buzz around those two when the Sea Dogs arrived here last September.
1-2 pitch, driven into right field. Long run for Rinconis, but he will get there and make the catch on the warning track, and that will do it for the Sea Dogs in the 5th. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It remains Portland 8, Hot Dogs 3.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Watch me now.
Listen up, baseball fans. The Valley Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Valley Live app today.
Work to do for the Fightin Phillies as they come to play here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. This inning is presented by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on the 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. 8-3 Portland. It'll be Jose Rodriguez, Gabriel Rinconis, and Trevor Schwecke due up for the Fightins here in the 5th. 2, 3, and 4 in Al Padrique's lineup on this Sunday afternoon. Sunday family fun day here at the ballpark. And the Fightins, as always, on a Sunday, playing as the Reading Hot Dogs. It's a fair number of Red Sox paraphernalia splattered around the sea of red here at FirstEnergy Stadium. First pitch to Rodriguez over for a called strike. Tough to tell from our vantage point because, you know, it's the back of their jerseys, but there's a lot of red regardless, but I've seen some Red Sox stuff. Rodriguez lifts this one into right field. Ferguson will take a couple steps back, but doesn't have to go very far, and eventually make the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, and then a couple weeks from now, probably see a lot of Yankees here when the Somerset Patriots come to town. Somerset team that looks like they're going to be pretty good again this year.
Phils will be on the road to Binghamton starting on Tuesday, and then a week from Tuesday, as Jake said, it'll be the Somerset Patriots who will kick off a homestand from Tuesday, April 23rd through Sunday, April 28th. As Gabriel Rinconis steps in, Rinconis 2 for 2 on the day. First pitch to him is a strike. Second one is lifted in the air down the third baseline. Going to be a long run for Matthew Lugo. In fair territory, he'll make the catch. And that's quickly 2 outs now here in this 5th inning. I think of note of more than anything is the Wednesday game in that Somerset series, which is a business person special with a 1 o'clock start. I think that's a first, or it's a first in a long time if it's not a first.
Yeah, a little bit of a new thing this year, the business person special.
As Trevor Schwecke steps in. Schwecke 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch swinging by him. He comes up empty. As the Phils will have their morning games at 11 o'clock on the start of the series a couple times in the month of May. But this one on Wednesday and a 1 o'clock start. So options for everybody on the schedule. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Trevor Schwecke facing Angel Bastardo. Fouled straight back. Brendan Chalucci Been up and down in that.
They're going to call catcher's interference, it looks like.
Mickey Gasper is not happy. But Trevor Schwecke will get on board.
So that will go down as an E2.
Right.
So an error on the catcher as Chad Epperson comes out.
So Mickey Gasper, the veteran catcher, is not a happy man right now. It's hard from our vantage point to see any of that, but Schwecke's on first. Jim Haley is now batting.
It also looks like that might be it for Ristardo. Epperson came out and talked about the catcher's interference. Almost forgot to take out the pitcher, it looks like.
Yeah, he doesn't need to stall for any time. Brendan Chalucci's probably thrown about 3 innings in that bullpen down there. He's been up for a while and up and down, so it looks like that's going to be the Averna University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. They'll go to the left-hander Chalucci with 2 outs here in the 5th inning and a man on board.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Giovanna's Pizzeria, Railroad House, Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
As we said going to break, the new pitcher for the Portland Sea Dogs, left-hander Brendan Chalucci. He comes into the game in a 1-on, 2-out situation in the bottom half of the 5th inning. So a bit of a laborious effort today for Angel Bastardo, but he leaves with the lead. Cannot lose it. He can certainly win it.
Third appearance of the series and season for Chalucci. Came in the finished innings the first 2 times this week. 2/3 of an inning on Tuesday, 1/3 of an inning on Wednesday. So his first appearance since, and come in to try and clean it up again as Angel Bastardo exited after 4 2 innings.
So Schwecke, the runner at first base, safe on the way of a catcher's interference. With 2 outs, it brings up Jim Haley. Haley 0 for 1 on the day. Pickoff attempt. Schwecke was late getting back.
They may have had him.
Yeah,
that was a better throw.
An accurate throw. It was a good move, but a little bit of an inaccurate throw from Chalucci. But Schwecke's back safely. Haley walked into first, struck out in the 3rd. There for a called strike. And Haley still looking for his first long ball of the season. Just 2 RBIs, one of them coming in yesterday's doubleheader. That's there for a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes quickly to Haley. Just missed up high. I think Chalucci thought he got it. I think some of the Sea Dog players thought he may have had it. But it's 1-2 now to Jim Haley. Haley, the 29-year-old Philadelphia native. Played last year at Lehigh Valley. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it for the Phils in the 5th. Again, no runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left, 5 complete. At America's greatest ballpark, it is 8-3, Portland on the top.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Giovanna's Pizzeria, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
Tristan Garnett back out for a second inning of work as we come to the top half of the sixth inning. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown and Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. Garnett will face Nick York, Mickey Gasper, and Alex Pinellas. 4, 5, and 6 in the Sea Dog lineup today with Portland on top 8-3. York's been a big piece of that. He's been on base all 3 times. He scored a couple of runs. And the pitch to the right-hander is over for a called strike. York walked into first, singled and scored in both the second and the fourth. 2 hits on the day, 7 hits in the series, and this one's outside for a ball. York, another of the top prospects in the Red Sox organization on this Sea Dog team, the number 7 prospect. Dribbles this one down the third baseline, and it will trickle foul, fortunately, because the Phils would not have had any play. Trevor Schwecke really wasn't going to be able to get there in time. York would have had it beat out easily. So the Fightin's fortunate that that trickles foul. York will have to come back now to the plate and bat with a 1-ball-and-2-strike count. Nick York, one of 3 at the time Portland players who played in last year's Major League Baseball Futures All-Star game. His teammate Marcelo Meyer did, as did Chad Mydroth, who was a part of the Sea Dogs team last year and is now in AAA Pawtucket. York just 22 years of age. Pitch is lined down the first base line, but slicing foul and into the Phils bullpen. Had an okay season last year for Portland, 268 with 13 home runs, 61 RBIs. A little bit high in the strikeout rate for the Red Sox faithful. Struck out 28% of the time. As he takes this one low for a ball, it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the 3rd strikeout now for Garnett. 1 out here in the 6th. Brings up Mickey Gasper. Gasper's caught in this series. He's played first base in this series, and he's also been the designated hitter. He's been on base twice today, 5 times in the series, and he slaps one to the right side. Ball, the first baseman ranges to get it and throws behind Garnett. And Gasper will be safe at first. Odd things have happened when Mickey Gasper has hit the ball throughout this series. But that's the 2nd time the ball has done that, and the 3rd time in the last 2 games. He is wandering too far from first base. He made the play, but that's the second baseman's ball. If he stays put and covers the bag, Simmons is there to make that play, and it's a much easier play. Instead, you're trying to time up the throw to the pitcher, and Gasper will get a hit out of it, but it probably should have been an out. I'll bring up Pinellas, who's got a couple hits on the series. Pickoff attempt. Gasper barely had any kind of a lead, so he's not going anywhere. Garnett's delivery there for a strike. Pinellas 2 RBI singles in this game and a strikeout in his 3 plate appearances. His first 2 RBIs of the season this afternoon. Lifts this one down the third base line, slicing foul and out of play. So Garnett works ahead of Pinellas, no balls and 2 strikes. Misses inside with the slider. It's 1-2. Fastball, slider, and we've seen a change up from Garnett today as well. There's another slider, but that misses way up high. An easy take for Pinellas with 2 strikes. It's now 2-2. Gasper takes his lead off of first, 2-2 pitch. Lifted down into left field. Jim Haley is there. He'll make the catch. Gasper will return to first with 2 outs. It's like Max Lazar has begun to loosen up in the Phil's bullpen. Doesn't have a catcher yet, just kind of tossing the ball against the outfield fence. As Matthew Lugo steps to the plate. Lugo 0 for 3 on the day. There for a called strike 1. Top half of the 6th inning, Portland 8, Reading 3. This one hit towards short. Robert Moore up with it. He'll make the throw to first base in plenty of time. And that will do it for the Sea Dogs here in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It remains 8-3 Portland.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Briganti Wines offers a great selection of wines in New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Headquartered in South Jersey and sourced from Italy's Abruzzo region, Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phil's great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get Briganti Wines at select local Acme stores. Visit brigantiwines.com to learn more.
Bottom half of the 6th inning. Reading Fightin Phils, or as they are today, the Reading Hot Dogs, trailing the Portland Sea Dogs by a score of 8-3. Again, Fightin's won the first 2 games of this series, but in danger of losing 4 straight at home. Before heading out on the road to a 6-game series in Binghamton beginning on Tuesday. And back here a week from Tuesday, April the 23rd, for a 6-game series against Somerset, the AA affiliate of the New York Yankees. Brendan Chalucci still out there on the mound for the Sea Dogs. He came in to get the final out of the 5th, and he'll start the 6th facing Bryce Ball, Kendall Simmons, and William Simonite. Ball 0 for 1 on the day. Walked with the bases loaded back in the 1st inning to pick up an RBI and grounded out the 2nd in 2 plate appearances. And the first pitch from Chalucci is there for a called strike 1. As Jake said earlier, Brendan Chalucci, a suburban Philadelphia native at the Penn Charter High School. Bryce Ball chases a pitch way away from him in the dirt for strike 2. Chalucci played his college baseball at Tulane. Drafted by the Red Sox from Tulane in the 2019 draft in the 12th round. 0-2 pitch from him. Tapped foul, and ball stays alive. And again, bounces it up there. It's 2-2. Or excuse me, it's 1-2. Ball left-handed hitter. Once a member of the Atlanta Braves organization. Played the last couple of seasons with the Chicago Cubs minor league affiliates as he takes one low for a ball. It's 2-2. Played last year at both South Bend and Tennessee, high A and double A in the Cubs organization. Takes another one in the dirt. Now it's 3-2. So after falling behind, no balls and 2 strikes, Baseball now has the count full. Ball was released by the Cubs last year in July and signed by Cleveland. Played last year then for 43 games in Double-A in Akron. 3-2 pitch to him. Inside ball 4. So good at bat by Bryce Ball, and he's a base runner here in the 6th. Base runners have not been a problem for the Fightins throughout this series. Getting them around has been another story.
5 left on base so far today. And so far this week, Reading has left the bases loaded 5 times, 8 times overall this year, and this game number 9.
That brings Kendall Simmons to the plate. First pitch to Simmons is outside for a ball. Simmons scuffling of late. 2 for 23 now on the season. Batting average under the Mendoza line by a lot. He's under a whole nother level of line. He's at 0.87 as he stands in. Pops this one up into the right side of the infield. Second baseman Nick York will take charge and make the catch. 1 down, they'll bring up Williams Simonite. Simmons was struggling with the bat in his hand. Simonite even more so. 0 for 2 today, 0 for 16 on the season. First pitch to the right-handed hitting Simonite is outside for a ball. Swings and misses at that one. Slider that he swings over the top of. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Simonite last year at Double-A Midland in the Oakland A's organization hit .237 with 7 home runs. Pickoff attempt, no problem for Ball to get back. Bryce Ball is not going anywhere. It's a 5-run deficit. And he's not going to be a base stealer even if it was a tight game. 1-1 pitch to the plate. Just misses outside. It's 2-1. Defense plays Simonite to pull. This one is lined into right field for a base hit. Ball will take a look and then put on the brakes. So William Simonite finally gets his first base hit of the season. Phils have 2 on with 1 out.
That's got to feel really, really good for William Simonite. Felt like it's been coming, and finally, good piece of hitting, pokes one the other way, gets that first hit. Now he can breathe a little bit. Monkey comes off the bat. Whew, that's probably William Simonite on first base right now.
Yeah, and he did the right thing. He went the other way with a pitch. I just got done saying they're playing it a pull, and he went the other way with a pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah,
it's good hitting.
Hard off the bat, too, 105.
That brings up the switch hitting Robert Moore, now batting right-handed for the first time, and takes one outside for a ball. Moore, the 9-hole hitter, on base by way of a walk his last time up, struck out back in the second. 2 on, 1 out. One-0 pitch coming to Robert Moore. Swing and a miss, no contact at the slider. Swings over the top of it. It's 1-1. In the hole between short and third, Marcelo Meyer knocks it down, and that's as much as he can do. Safe all around, the Fightins haven't loaded.
I think that should be an infield hit. I mean,
I don't even know if he had a play if he fields it.
Even if he fields that and goes to third, that's still a tough play. There's no sure thing.
Because that's the only shot he had was to go to third. Anything else, there's no way he's getting either the runner at second or Moore at first. So base hit for Robert Moore. And again, the Phils have doubled their hit total in this inning. Went from 2 to 4 with the top of the order. Marcus Lee Sang, who slaps one the other way towards third. Paulino will make the stop and step on the bag for the out. Run comes across for the Fightins. Simon, I'd argue, I guess, that he didn't tag the bag, but Paulino makes the force out for the second out. And that will bring up Jose Rodriguez. Run does come across in Bryce Ball to make it an 8-4 game. It's an RBI for Marcus Lee Sang on the fielder's choice.
You can just find a way to get the ball in play here, get out of the infield, and get Rincones to the plate.
2 down for Rodriguez. 0 for 2 today. Again with the slider, and it's a good one for a strike. Good wheels on the bases. Moore at second, Lee Sang at first. Outside, ball 2.
Don't think they'd be pitching around Rodriguez to get to Rincones Jr. Just a bit of a hunch.
Rincones with 2 hits on the day. Rodriguez with 6 hits in this series. Takes another one up high. Good at bat for Jose Rodriguez. Not being overly aggressive. And now it's 3-0. Al Padrique put up the take sign. Ball 4. So another good. Rodriguez isn't going anywhere. What do we got going on here? It was one of those pitches a strike. Everybody thought it was ball. Apparently it was. It's 3-1. Everybody, including Rodriguez, thought it was ball 4. But it's 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Rodriguez went for all on that one. Comes up empty. It's 3-2. So the runners will be moving with 3 balls and 2 strikes on the batter and 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Rodriguez is retired. For the Fightins in the 6th, 1 run. They got 2 hits. They leave 2 more on the base paths through 6. Sea Dogs 8, Hot Dogs 4.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
The Fightin' Phils thank White Star Travel and Tours for presenting the 2024 Fightin' Phils Fan Road Trip. This year's trip runs from July 26th to 29th and features stops to see the Fightin' Phils in New Hampshire, along with the chance to meet a player and coach. The trip also heads to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, a Red Sox-Yankees game at Fenway Park, and finally Citizens Bank Park to see the Phillies take on the New York Yankees.
The Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. Will bring in a right-hander Max Lazar for the Fightin' Phils.
Max Lazar, third appearance. Both have come in save situations, but he has not pitched since Tuesday, so you just got to think that Al Padrique and Phil Canary probably just said, well, we got to get him work at some point, especially going into the series and you have an off day tomorrow. So that's what they'll do. So Lazar gets the 7th, and he's been really good. He's not giving up a hit, a run, no walks, 5 strikeouts in his 2 appearances so far. As we said, both saves.
So the right-hander facing Philip Sykes leading off with the Sea Dogs here in the 7th, and he swings at the first pitch, comes up empty. And the second is there for a called strike. So Max Lazar quickly gets ahead of Philip Sykes. No balls and 2 strikes. Sykes will call timeout. This day in baseball town history is presented by our friends at Savage Auto Group. Tim Profit and the boys at Savage 61 for all your automotive needs. I'll get you that in a moment. 0-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. And this day in baseball town back on April 14th of 2016 at Harrisburg. Nick Pivetta goes 6 innings. Gives up a hit, 7 strikeouts. Notches his first win of the season. Angelo Moro goes 3 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBIs and a 9-0 win for the Reading Fightin' Phils over the Harrisburg Senators. Jake Starr with the research. Nick Pivetta now pitching for the Boston Red Sox, ironically enough, with the Portland Sea Dogs in town. 1-2 pitch. It's low ball 2. It's 2-2.
Do you remember who the Phillies traded to get Pivetta? It was to the Nationals.
Why am I forgetting? I forget.
Jonathan Papelbon.
That's right. He was in the Papelbon trade. That's up high. And then Papelbon tried to beat up Bryce Harper. Or no, he didn't try to beat him up. He tried to choke him. Literally tried to choke him in the dugout. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one lifted up down the behind home plate. Simonite off with a mask, and he misjudges it, and it falls behind him.
As we said, the wind continues to play tricks these last couple of days, really ever since Friday. The wind has just been all over the place, and another one that falls right there.
So it gives Sykes a new life, still at 3-2. And he drives this one to left field. Jim Haley is there and doesn't barely have to move for out number 1. So for the one time, at least that pop-up that was not caught doesn't hurt the Phils as Sykes end up making out. I have to say this though, Jake. The wind has been blowing for Portland too, and I haven't seen them miss one pop-up yet in this series. Just saying.
15-mile-per-hour winds right now, up to 31-mile-per-hour gust.
Max Ferguson bats and takes the first pitch over for a called strike. Ferguson been on base twice out of that 9-hole today. Singled and scored a run in the second and walked in the 5th around a strikeout. Second pitch is there for a called strike 2. Beautiful sun splash day and 70 degrees. The series started on a sunny 80-degree day as Lazar misses low for a ball. Sandwiched around those 2 sunny days, the meat in that sandwich is everything Mother Nature could throw at us. It's some rain, rainouts, rainbows, and a lot of wind.
Just one rainout, just one doubleheader.
2 rainbows, though.
2 rainbows at the same time.
Correct. It's a double rainbow.
Double rainbow.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to Max Ferguson. Tried to check his swing, but he could not. It goes around. That's a strikeout, and out number 2 now here in the 7th.
Nice job from Max Lazar. And Tristan Garnett was solid. 2 innings, 1 hit. No runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts. Running pitching with 8 strikeouts now today and 3 walks.
That'll bring up the top of the order, Anderson Paulino. Paulino 2 for 4 on the day. Doubled and scored a solo home run as well back in the 2nd inning. Actually, that was a 2-run home run, was it not? 3-run home run, I stand corrected. And that pitch to him is low for a ball. So 3 home runs on the season for Anderson Paulino, all of them in this series. Of course, the Sea Dogs only had 1 game under their belt when this series began after getting snowed out in their first 2 at home in Portland. Pitch is just a bit high, I believe. Paulino looking back at the home plate umpire. So was William Simonite. The pitch is a ball. It's 2-1. This one driven into center field. Marcus Lee Sang going back, has room and makes the catch. And it turns into a 1-2-3 inning for the Sea Dogs in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. 7th inning stretch time in baseball town. It's the Portland Sea Dogs 8, the Reading Hot Dogs 4.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Welcome to Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands of Wyomissing, where every day is filled with purpose and connection. Our innovative approach, featuring the Hearthstone Institute's renowned I'm Still Here program, ensures that every resident living with Alzheimer's or dementia experiences a life worth living. With evidence-based techniques and personalized care, we focus on meaningful engagement to reduce common symptoms like agitation and anxiety. Join us in celebrating the person behind the memory loss with activities tailored to their unique interests and abilities. Discover the difference with Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and embrace a renewed sense of purpose for your loved one.
Bottom of the half of the 7th inning here at Baseball Town. The crazy hot dog vendor with the Take Me Out to the Ball Game rendition here at Baseball Town. This inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. Have you or a loved one been injured? Get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE.
All got the heart of the lineup up here for the Fightins.
Technically it was a duet, but Bucky the Beaver was not real good on his portion of the duet. He was more just there for...
mascots aren't allowed to talk,
well,
so...
I'm just saying, he was just kind of there for emotional support. I mean, it is a crazy hot dog vendor. Gabriel Rinconis leading it off for the Fightins. Down by 4 as they bat in the bottom of the 7th. Rinconis with a big day so far. 2 hits, including a 2-run home run his last time up. He scored a couple of runs. So 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs for Gabriel Rinconis after missing the last couple of days. One ball and no strikes to him. Brendan Chalucci, the left-hander, back to work. And Rinconis takes this one for a called strike. It's 1-1. So Rinconis now with 3 home runs on the season. With his 2 RBIs today, he's now got 4 in that category as well. Starts and stops, but it's over for a called strike. So the 2 home runs he hit Jake and Bowie were dead pull home runs, correct? And today was an opposite field home run.
Yeah, first 2 are pulled, then goes opposite way.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He is a strikeout victim here. Turns into back-to-back strikeouts for Chalucci, his 3rd overall since coming in. That's 1 down here in the 7th. Brings up Trevor Schwecke. Schwecke's been on base twice so far today. One by way of a walk, and one by way of an error on the catcher and catcher's interference his last time up. Way up and in, almost leaned into that one. Tapped on the right side. Nick York will get there and get there in plenty of time to get Trevor Schwecke.
Who immediately looks back at the umpire, Joe Belangia. I guess he's saying that there was catcher's interference on the play, because that's presumably the only thing you could argue.
Same thing happened the last time he was up. Don't know what else he would be arguing about. So that'll bring up Jim Haley. Haley with no contact today, a walk and 2 strikeouts. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. And they'll line this one into left field for a base hit. Made some contact there. The Fightin's 5th hit of the day. Comes with 2 outs. But another base runner for Reading, and it'll bring up Bryce Ball.
Yeah, nice piece hitting from Jim Haley. Make that a 6-game hitting streak for him to start off his season. He's been very consistent, veteran presence in this lineup, and he's had a lot of professional at-bats.
Bryce Ball's walked twice in 3 at-bats, also grounded out. And he fouls that one down to third baseline. Left-handed hitter facing the left-handed pitching Brendan Chalucci. Pitched 37 games last year for the Sea Dogs. 51 innings, struck out 63. He walked 33. He struck out 3 so far since coming in. And walked 1 as Ball fouls another one out straight back. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Jim Haley takes his lead off of first with 2 outs. That one's inside. It's 1-2. Sea Dogs play the left-handed hitting ball to pull. A little bit more so in the infield than in the outfield. One-two pitch is way outside. Good job by Mickey Gasper to block it, keeping Haley at first. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Bryce Ball. Bryce Ball once traded from the Atlanta Braves to the Chicago Cubs straight up for Jock Peterson. Certainly made his way around Major League Baseball in his career. 2-2 pitch. Just outside. Good take. It's 3-2.
Yeah, really good take. That's an off-speed pitch that was just off the outer edge of the plate. So 3-2 means Haley will be off and running from first.
Checked his swing. They appeal. No swing. It's ball 4. So Ball walks for the 3rd time today.
That's another hot dogs walk. Walking here, Dream Home Cheerleader, Stephanie Young.
2nd walk surrendered by Chalucci since coming in, and that's going to bring Sean Isaac, the pitching coach, out for a visit.
Both walks have been to Bryce Ball.
How about that? And again, the Fightin's with men on base here. 2 outs in the inning, and it brings up Kendall Simmons. Simmons certainly had his opportunities in this game with men on base. Going all the way back to the 1st inning when he grounded out. He didn't really ground out. He tapped out in front of the home plate with the bases loaded for the final out of the inning. So Sean Isaac says whatever he wanted to say to Brendan Chalucci and gets some activity in the Sea Dog bullpen. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom half of the 7th. Fightins are down 4. First pitch to Simmons there at the letters for a called strike 1 with a fastball.
Kendall Simmons is absolutely overdue right now for a hit. Just feels like it. Simonite, who's on deck, got his big one. See if Simmons can get his here.
Just misses outside. It's 1-1. Simmons had 2 hits in the opening series, or the opener of this series, and has not had a hit since. 2 for 18 in the series. One pitch. Beats that one foul behind home plate. It's 1-2.
Simmons hit with bases loaded back in the 1st and hit a ball that maybe went about 6 inches in front of home plate, where Gasper just tagged home for the fielder's choice.
Chalucci's had some success with that slider to the right-handed hitters. That's what he's facing here in a 1-2 count. Hit down the 3rd baseline and in. Play down the 3rd baseline. Haley will score. Bryce Ball will be held at 3rd, and Kendall Simmons comes through with the RBI double, and the Phils make it an 8-5 game.
Down but not out. Fighting Phils are, and Simmons just sneaks one inside that 3rd base bag. Edison Paulino could not get to it, and all of a sudden the timing runs at the plate with Simonite. He got to think, got to hope. Feeling a bit more confident at the plate right now.
After the base hit the last time up, so as Jake said, Kendall Simmons came through just like Simonite did the last time. Simonite 1 for 3 with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 out. First pitch there on the outside corner for a called strike 1. So Simonite ending an 0 for 16 start to the season with that base hit the last time up. A clean single to right field. Weak swing that time, but that's that back foot slider that Chalucci's had some success with. Left-handed pitcher facing a right-handed hitter. And the slider down and in, and Simonite swings over the top of it, and now he's in a no balls and 2 strike hole. Chalucci calls time.
Yeah, a tough spot for Simonite. First pitch may have been a little off the plate, and it was called a strike, so then he has to get defensive against that slider.
That one's way inside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rice Ball, the runner at third base. Kendall Simmons with the RBI double at second. Simmons with good speed, so Simonite can find green grass. He should be able to score. Beats this one foul, however, towards the Sea Dog dugout. Stays alive at 1-2. Phil's bullpen is quiet. Max Lazar will get another inning. This one lifted foul and out of play.
Really good at bat from William Simonite. Seeing if he can win a battle here.
Ian Zephyrjan pitching in the Sea Dog bullpen. Fans trying to make something happen for the Fightins here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 1-2 pitch. Over for a called strike 3, and that will do it for the Phils in the 7th. 1 run. They do it on 2 hits. They leave 2 more on the base paths. We'll head to the 8th when we come back to America's Classic Ballpark. 8-5, Portland on top.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays are presented by Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, and the American Diner. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at artphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
We head to the top half of the 8th inning. Fightins are trying to chip away at the Portland Sea Dogs, and Jake Starr with a play-by-play to take you home.
Thank you, Bob. As we said, top of the 8th inning. And we'll take a chance in this top of the 8th inning to recognize our team feed partner of the day. It's Giovanna's Pizzeria. Giovanna's Pizzeria, who is today's team feed partner. Locally owned independent Italian restaurant, provides some of the most amazing meals in the Reading area. Big thank you to Giovanna's Pizzeria, our Fightins team feed partner for today. 2-3-4 due up for manager Chad Epperson. Max Lazar back on for his second inning of work. After working a 1-2-3-7, first pitch home is on the inside corner. No balls, 1 strike to Marcelo Meyer. Fightins bullpen, it's done their job the last 3 innings. 3 straight zeros posted. Here's the 0-1. Is down, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tristan Garnett, 2 scoreless, and Max Lazar 1-0 so far, as Reading is chipped away with runs in the last 2 innings. 1-1. That's down. 2 balls, 1 strike. Meyer, the Red Sox #1 overall prospect. Pair of hits today, both singles. Also an RBI and a run scored. 2-1. Breaking pitch, swung on a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lazar will throw that curveball. Also a changeup and a fastball. 2-2. Went back to the curveball, down to the dirt. Meyer able to hold up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As we said, 3rd appearance of the year for Max Lazar. 3-2. Swung on and dribbled out towards first, but it got a piece of Marcelo Meyer. Looked like that left foot.
Maybe a little more than a piece.
And
he is hurt.
Actually, that right foot where he wears that yellow shin guard.
About to say, he's got the shin guard on, but obviously it missed that. I don't know if it got it off the toe or the heel. Those guards are mostly for your ankle and the top of your foot. So it does expose the toe and the heel. And one of those 2 is where Meyer got that one.
So count stays 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and shot the other way, foul down the left field line. Count will stay full to Marcelo Meyer. Meyer 2 hits today. Grows himself to a 7-game hit streak. Here's the 3-2 again. On the outside corner, called strike 3. Max Lazar, his second strikeout of the afternoon. 1 out of the inning, and that'll bring Kyle Teal to the plate.
Designated hitter Kyle Teal.
Teal digs in from the left side. 1 for 4 today, Teal does have a home run. Lazar, the righty from the windup, fires. It is just down for a ball, 1-0. Lazar in the Brewers system last year. Split the year between High A Wisconsin and Double A Biloxi. 1-0. Swung on and dribbled just foul behind the plate, 1-1. Elected free agency after the season and signed with the Phillies as a minor league contract. Also pitched in the Australian Baseball League in the winter with Brisbane. So very well traveled Max Lazar is. Here's the 1-1. That is in tight. 2 balls, 1 strike, just off the plate with a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out in the inning. Lazar winds and deals. Curveball that got away from Lazar and misses up. It's 3 balls and a strike. An 11th round pick by the Brewers in a 2017 draft at a high school for Max Lazar. 3-1. Swung on, line drive right to the third baseman, Trevor Schwecke, and he makes the catch in midair for out number 2.
Second baseman Nick York.
Max Lazar, a 24-year-old from Coral Springs, Texas. And Nick York is the batter here. 2 outs in the inning. Top of the 8th, 8-5 Sea Dogs the pitch. Curveball that just misses above the zone. 1 ball, no strikes to Nick York. York 2 for 3 today. Reached base 3 times, including a walk and 2 singles. Next pitch is over for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Nick York. Slightly open stance from the right side. High Red Sox, here's the pitch. York swings and dribbles it foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes now to Nick York. 7 for 21 York is. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out, inning over. Max Lazar comes in, builds off Tristan Garnett, and gives the Fightin' Phils 2 quality innings. Out of the bullpen, no runs, no hits. Nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Sea Dogs on top, 8-5.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Bottom half of the 8th inning, 8-5, Sea Dogs on top. Gonna be a new arm out of the bullpen, Ryan Zephyrjohn, making his second appearance of the season. Last pitch on Wednesday night, went 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks. Did have 3 strikeouts across those 2 innings that Zephyrjohn pitched. And it'll be 9-1-2 the Fightin' Phils lineup. They trail by 3, 6 outs to work with. Try and battle back and give themselves a chance to salvage a split of this 6-game series. Reading won the first 2, dropped the next 3, including last night's doubleheader both ends, and they're looking to have some late Sunday magic and earn themselves a split. Jacob Webb in, Zephyrjohn in. First pitch is over for a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Zephyr in for Salucci. We went 2 1/3, gave up 4 hits. 1-0. Moore will take inside corner to the switch hitting lefty. It's 1-1. 2 runs both earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts for Chalucci, who seemingly has a little fan group about 15 rows in front of us behind home plate. Here's the 1-1. Is on the outside corner 1-2 as Moore takes. Chalucci, who from nearby Wyncote, PA, outside of Philly, played his high school ball at Penn Charter, so seemingly his family made the trip today. 1-2. That's in tight. Nearly got a piece of Moore. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zephyr John started last year with Double-A Salem, then double jumped to Double-A Portland on a call-up, 2-2. Moore lines one, and it is to Nick York on a bit of a humpback liner, and he makes the catch. 1 out of the inning for Marcus Lee Sang.
Center fielder, Marcus Lee Sang.
Lee Sang will dig in, 1 out. Top of the order. Perhaps the last chance for Lee Sang to try and extend his 8-game on-base streak that he's had to start the 2024 season. First pitch, swung on and fouled straight back towards the on-deck circle. It's 0-1. Marcus is 0 for 4 today. Did reach in the 6th, had a fielder's choice that knocked a run home in Bryce Ball it was. Next pitch to Lee Sang is in on the hands and knuckled. The other way out of play, 0-2 to the left-handed hitting Marcus Lee Sang. Marcus 2 for 21 so far this week. Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Marcus Lee Sang. Had a bit of a homecoming last weekend, down in Bowie, about 25 minutes from where he went to high school in Owings, Maryland. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and just gets a piece of it and fouls it straight back. Looked like he nearly hit it out of the mitt of the catcher. The count stays 1-2 to Lee Sang. He said Marcus an 8-game on-base streak. Trying to get that to 9 here. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Lee Sang behind a fastball. And he's down on strikes. 98 on the fastball from Zephyr John. His first strikeout, and that'll bring Jose Rodriguez. Carlos Francisco up and throwing to the Fightin' Phil's bullpen. So it looks like he will get the top half of the 9th as Francisco digs in from the right side. 2 gone, bottom of the 8th. 8-5 ball game. Sea Dogs on top. The pitch on the inside corner. No balls, 1 strike. Rodriguez 0 for 3 today. Did reach base via a walk in the 3rd. Did come around the score. The pitch. That's a slider that gets the inside corner. 0-2. And Rodriguez finds himself in a hole. So he'll ask for time, given to it by home plate umpire Joe Belangia. Robert Ginther's at first, John Epperson's at 3rd. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, chopped the other way on the ground towards first. Pinellas gets to it, takes it to the bag himself, and that retires the side here in the 8th. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll go to the 9th. 8-5 our score. Sea Dogs on top.
Star City Boxing, located at 1340 Center Avenue Rear in Reading, is a 501c3 nonprofit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is to not only help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. Visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2024 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, two great hometown partners.
We go to the top of the ninth, and today's attendance here at FirstEnergy Stadium is 5,560. Thanks to our friends at PSECU for presenting tonight's attendance. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. Mickey Gasper leads off, 5-6-7 to the plate against new Fightin' Phil's arm, Carlos Francisco. Francisco, who right-handed pitcher, back for another season with the Fightin' Phil's.
Got beat up in Wednesday's Game 3 of this series. That was the 11-0 loss to the Sea Dogs.
First pitch home. Gasper will shake out of the way of an inside offering. Fastball at 92.
With the exception
no strikes.
of that game, Phil's bullpen has been pretty sound throughout most of this series. Been a hiccup or two here or there.
Next pitch, broken back, ground ball to second. Simmons awaits back on it, throws the first in time. One gone here in the ninth. Alex Pinellas, the batter. It'll be 3-4-5. Rincones Jr., Schwecky, Haley. The 3-2 up for the Fightin' Phil's. They currently trail by 3. And Francisco's job is to keep it at that and give the Fightin' Phil's an opportunity to try and come back and have a little bit of a Sunday rally. First pitch to Pinellas, fastball over. 92, no balls, 1 strike. Garnett and Lazar were both excellent today. Combined for 4 innings, 1 hit, just 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Neither allowed a run. 0-1 is a sinker that's swung on and dribbled foul to the left side. It's 0-2. Pinellas 2 for 4 today. A couple of singles, strikeout, and flew out the left his last time up. 0-2. Swung on. And 3-hopper towards second. Simmons charges a couple of steps, fields it and throws on the first for out number 2. That'll bring Matthew Lugo to the plate. Fightin' Phil's day off tomorrow. Then they're back at it Tuesday from Mirabido Stadium in Binghamton. 6-game set Tuesday through Sunday. Tuesday through Friday, 6:05 first pitches. And Saturday and Sunday, both 1:05 first pitches. Here's the pitch to Lugo. The ball is 1 strike as it's over. MLB TV, Bally Live app, get coverage of that one. Jake Wilkins, Matt Levine will have the call of that from upstate New York. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and fouled back. It's 0-2. And then next Tuesday, the 23rd, 6:45 p.m. start. Bob McCool and myself back on the air as the Fightin' Phil's welcome the Somerset Patriots for a 6-game series, homestand number 2 of the season. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and dribbled down the third base line, but it'll roll foul as Schwecky scoops it. And it stays 0-2. It's a Binghamton team that's returning a lot from their second half group who won the second half title in the Eastern League. And went on to beat Somerset in the first round of the Eastern League playoffs before falling to the Erie Seawolves in the Eastern League Championship. 0-2. Swung on, hit in the air well, out towards left. Jim Haley goes back, he'll feel the wall, and it's gone. Matthew Lugo gets in on the home run party for Portland. A solo shot in the ninth. Makes it 9-5 Sea Dogs. It's a 4-run game.
Second home run of the series for Lugo. In that Game 2 win for the Phils, it was a 5-1 win. Lugo had the one with a solo home run. Another solo home run here.
Philip Sykes the batter. So now everyone in the Sea Dogs lineup has reached base today. Sykes the one who only reached base via an error. First pitch true to Sykes is down 1-0. Was 324 feet on that home run. Wasn't hit hard, just got in the air and carried on an off-speed pitch that Lugo really just dropped the barrel of the bat on it. 1-0 is upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Sykes has been aboard on an error, popped out, flown out, also struck out back in the 4th. He's up in the count 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. It's 2-1. So the comeback efforts get a little bit harder for the Fightin' Phils. 2-1. Swung on and a roller towards third. Schwecke waits back on it, throws the first high throw, and a poor Bryce ball off the bag. And Philip Sykes is safe, so he's aboard, but probably will be on an error by Schwecke. Would be his first of the year.
It'll be the 3rd error of the day for the Fightins.
Still waiting final ruling, but believe it's going to be an error.
Yep.
And
now it's official.
that'll bring Max Ferguson to the plate. 9-5 Sea Dogs lead, top of the 9th. Francisco will throw over, and back in safely is Philip Sykes. Does have 1 stolen base on the season so far. As Francisco comes ready at the belt, the pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Carlos started the inning off, back-to-back ground outs the 2nd. And then Lugo hit the home run. Sykes reached on the error. It's a 1 ball, no strike count. The pitch. Swung on and a roller down the first base line. And they're going to call it foul as got a piece of Ferguson.
Yeah, he's sitting at home plate in pain.
Slow to get up after that one's fouled off him, and will take his time and walk around that left-handed batter's box. Shakes out his right foot, which is his front foot for the lefty. Ferguson, who's 1 for 3 today. He singled, scored, couple of strikeouts, walked in the 5th and stole 2nd and 3rd. The pitch swung on and fouled back off the netting behind home plate. Goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sykes gets his lead off first. Francisco ready at the letter as the pitch. Runner takes off. It's up for a ball. Throw to second. Goes to the 3rd base side of the bag. And it gets by Robert Moore into center field. So Sykes goes up to 3rd. So it'll be a stolen base and then likely an E2. So it'll be Simonite's 2nd error of the season. And Redding's 2nd error of the inning. And the 10th run of the day for Portland stands just 90 feet away.
Sea Dogs, in addition to everything else they've done in this series, has been very aggressive on the base paths, especially over the course of the last couple of nights.
2-2. Just misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Our Phillies looked like they were halfway to the dugout after that pitch. So 4 errors on the day for the Fightin' Phils. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 9th. 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Ball popped out of Simonite's mitt, but he secures it and tags the runner out. 1 run in the inning on 1 hit. There were 2 errors, and Portland leads 1 on base. We're going to the 9th. 9-5 Sea Dogs. Fightin' Phils. Work to do after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org. Click Local Coalitions.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
We go to the bottom of the ninth. 9-5 Sea Dogs on top. Fightin' Phil's looking for a bit of a rally here. It's 3-4-5 up. Here over at Konish Jr., Trevor Schwecke, Jim Haley. The three set to come to the plate as Ryan Zephyr-John will look to secure himself a 6-out save. Enter the game when the Sea Dogs are up 3. So even though they are up 4, it still remains a save situation for him. Of course, should another pitcher come in, then the save goes away. Jake Starr, Bob McCool. Here on the final game of this week's 6-game set between the Fightin' Phils and the Portland Sea Dogs. First pitch from Zephyr-John is up for a ball, 1-0. Konish Jr. is 2 for 4 today. Single and a 2-run home run back in the third. So nice to see him get the bat rolling. His first game since Wednesday. 1-0 is upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Zephyr-John set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped in the air. Towards the foul line, third baseman Paulino goes out towards shallow left. He'll make the catch. That's out number 1, and the Fightin' Phils down to their final 2 outs.
Third baseman Trevor Schwecke.
Trevor Schwecke will step on in. He's 0 for 3 today. Has walked, also reached on an error, a catcher's interference back in the 5th. First pitch from Zephyr-John is on the inside corner, no balls, 1 strike. Running doesn't come back here and drops this one. Here's the 0-1. That's a poke shot towards the second baseman. York makes the catch in the humpback liner. 2 gone for Jim Haley, Reading's last chance. It'll mark the 4th year in a row since the minor league schedule shifted to 6 games. The Fightin' Phils dropped their first 2 series of the year. Last year, Reading swept at Richmond, and then took 2 of 4 against Hartford at home. Last weekend took 1 of 2 at Bowie, and in danger of dropping 4 of 6 against Portland. Here's Haley, here's the pitch. It is on the corner, no balls, 1 strike. Game near in about 3 hours, right at about the 2:45 mark right now. What was a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Temperature still says 75 and sunny here at the ballpark. Down and in, 1-1. First of 2 Sunday 3:15 games in the month of April before the schedule shifts to 5:15 games for the remaining 9 Sundays the rest of the way. 0-1 inside. 1-1. I believe, is it 2-1 or 1-1?
Should be 2-1.
2-1. So
yep.
2 balls, 1 strike. To Jim Haley, who did have a hit and scored in the 7th his last time up. Next pitch misses in. It's 3-1. If he reaches, Bryce Ball waits on deck. Pitch. And that's over. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 our count. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. 9-5 Sea Dogs. Last chance for the Fightin'. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And Jim Haley goes down on strikes. And that will end the ball game and give the Portland Sea Dogs the series victory over the Fightin' Phils. No runs in the inning, on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Portland wins the series 4-2, 9-5. The Sea Dogs victorious on this Sunday afternoon. We'll step aside. Bob McCool will have your post-game show after this on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
In continuation of the 275th anniversary of Reading celebration,
The Art Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays in 2024. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays, thanks to Brooks Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, Rip It Baseball Town Charities Batting Cages, and Lavelle Law Firm. Come celebrate the city of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2024. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office. Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Burks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Empire Home Center, Golden Oaks Golf Club, Long Home Products, T-Mobile, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $62 when purchased in advance. Join us for Burks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long.
Celebrate the history of America's pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with the events that shape and change the game and our country. And relive the careers of legends who have earned the greatest honor in sports. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
The brand new Redner's Event Center is here and is accepting reservations now. Bring a group out to a Fightin' Phil's game starting at just $50 per person for groups of 40 or more. Non-game day reservations are also open now for events ranging from weddings, bar and bat mitzvahs, banquets, trade shows, and much more. For more details and to request a proposal, go to rphils.com/events.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus, 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor, and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $37 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
Welcome back to our post-game show where the Portland Sea Dogs end up winning the series. Fightin' Phils win Game 1 and Game 2, but the Sea Dogs win on out from that point forward. So the Portland Sea Dogs will take 4 of 6, and the Fightins drop now to 3-6 on the season. Portland gets above 500 with their 4 straight wins. They are now 4-3. Here's how this one unfolded. It started for the Sea Dogs in the top half of the first inning with Noah Skiro on the mound for the Reading Fightin' Phils. And Edison Paulino began it with a double, followed by Marcelo Myers' single to make it a 1-0 game. Skiro got out of any further trouble in that first inning. And the Fightins came to bat in the bottom half of the first inning. After 2 outs, Gabriel Rincones got it started for the Phils with a 2-out single. Trevor Schwecke then walked. Jim Haley also walked to load the bases against young right-hander Angel Bastardo. And then with the bases loaded, it brought up Bryce Ball. He too walked. And the Phils had tied the game up at 1-1. Kendall Simmons was the next batter. He had a little chopper in front of the plate that the catcher Mickey Gasper came out and fielded the ball, but he did so standing on the home plate with the bases loaded. That was the force out at home that ended the inning. And the Phils left the bases loaded, and it was a 1-1 game. But Portland came back in the second inning, and they unloaded, and the Phils defense did not help the cause at all. It started with an error on second baseman Kendall Simmons on an infield pop-up. He dropped the ball. That allowed Philip Sykes to get on base with 1 out. Max Ferguson then singled, and a 3-run home run from Edison Paulino opened up the game. The Sea Dogs, however, were not done. Then Marcelo Myers singled, followed by a Nick York single, and another error with Mickey Gasper at the plate. Eventually it was Alex Pinellas with a single as well, and it became a 5-run inning for the Sea Dogs and a 6-1 lead. Phils chipped away in the third inning. Jose Rodriguez led it off with a walk, and then Gabriel Rincones sailed one into left field for a 2-run opposite field home run, his 3rd home runs in the season for the Phils. Again, he missed the last 3 games, but Rincones with a 2-run opposite field home run. and the Phils had chipped away to make it a 6-3 game. But unfortunately, Zach Hockey, who took over in relief for Skiro after 2 innings, Hockey with a very good 3rd inning, but the 4th inning, the long ball got him. Kyle Teal with an opposite field solo home run. Got 1 run across to make it now a 7-3 lead. But the Sea Dogs again continue to pound away with the baseball. Nick York singled. Mickey Gasper walked, and another RBI single from Alex Benelis, his 2nd straight. Made it an 8-3 game in favor of the Sea Dogs. Fightins came back with some more in the 4th inning. In the 6th inning. Started with a walk to Bryce Ball, and then a single from William Simonite that broke an 0-for-16 skid for him. Robert Moore then singled to load the bases, and then on a fielder's choice ground ball, Marcus Lee Sang was safe at first. It was a ground ball to 3rd. Paulino made the tag at 3rd to get the runner at 3rd base, but that allowed Ball to score. And unfortunately for the Phils, they could get nothing more across. Again, they left 2 more on base. So they got 1 run out of that to make it an 8-4 game. Phils got another run in the 7th on a base hit from Jim Haley, a walk to Bryce Ball, and then a double by Kendall Simmons to plate Haley. The Phils had 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs, but William Simonite struck out to end the inning with 2 more men left on base. Phils made it an 8-5 game, and then Portland with 1 more in the 9th on yet another home run, this one from Matthew Lugo, to finish out the scoring. So the Sea Dogs did the job with some long ball. They were aggressive on the bases, and they played good defense. The Phils were not able to do that. 9 more men left on base for the Fightins after they left 21 men on base last night in the doubleheader. They leave 9 more men on base tonight. So for Portland, they take the win. They go to 4-3. Reading falls to 3-6. Brendan Chalucci takes the win for the Sea Dogs. He came on for Bastardo. Bastardo was not able to go the full 5 innings before running into some more trouble. So Chalucci came on, pitched a couple of innings. Noah Skiro takes the loss for the Fightins. He's now 0-1. And Ryan Zephyrjohn takes the 2-inning save to get his first save for Portland on this season. Time of the game, 2 hours and 49 minutes. It was a long game, a lot of hits, a lot of walks, a lot of errors, a lot of everything in this one. But ultimately, it comes to the favor of Portland and played in front of 5,560 fans here in Baseball Town. For Portland, 9 runs on 12 hits. They committed 1 error. They left 9 men on base. The Fightins, 5 runs on 6 hits. They committed 4 errors, and they too left 9 men on base. So the Sea Dogs win it, and they win the last 4 games of the series. They win the series as well, 4-2. So the Sea Dogs are now 4-3 on the season. Reading falls to 3-6 overall on the year. Reading heads to Binghamton on Tuesday. They will play the Rumble Ponies for 6 games all around through next Sunday. And then on April 23rd, the Fightins will return back here to FirstEnergy Stadium for a 6-game homestand, and they will take on the New York Yankees AA affiliate, the Somerset Patriots. That will do it for our ball game today as the Fightins turns into a very disappointing series. It started out great, 8,500 plus fans, the largest weekday opening day crowd in the history of Reading Phillies baseball here at FirstEnergy Stadium with 8,500 plus fans in attendance on a beautiful night on Tuesday night. Phils won the game in a comeback fashion with the Carson Taylor home run. They came back with a great game on Wednesday to win it 5-1. And then the rains came, a rain out on Thursday. They were able to get the game in on Friday. That turned out to be a Sea Dog win. Then Portland wins the doubleheader last night to take a 3-2 advantage in the series, and they come out swinging today, and they win this one by a final score of 9-5. So Portland wins 4 out of 6 to head back home for their next series. And again, the Phils will try to get the ship going in the right direction on the road. Home field was not a good thing for the Fightin' Phils in 2023. They'll hope for a better fate in another 10 days when they come back. So that will do it for our broadcast. For my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. As always, thank you for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils Baseball on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network. And we will see you and talk to you back here on Tuesday, April the 23rd, when the Phils return, and they will take on the Somerset Patriots. We'll have the call of those games for you here on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. Better yet, we would love to see you here at the ballpark. As always, thank you for listening. The Portland Sea Dogs win it today in a getaway game. They win it over the Phils by a final score of 9-5. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have yourselves a great remainder of your Sunday afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you very soon here at America's Classic Ballpark.